Yeah, man.
Are we ready?
Are
we going?
Are we doing it?
Sam's just looking at us like fucking amateurs. We're on episode 40, Sam. We've been doing this.
I'm blessed to be
2020.
Alright.
40.
New year, new us.
Yeah, what's going on? Welcome back to the Smokers Lounge. It's your boy Il Doc.
It's your boy Bloobs.
And we are here today with the one, the only, Mr. Uncool Sam.
That was a good intro.
Thank you.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
That was-
What's up?
It's-
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Cheers for coming out.
Yeah, cheers for coming out. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year's? All that jazz?
I don't do Christmas.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
Nah, it was good. It was good, thank you.
What did you do? Family?
don't do
it
Christmas.
was the family thing, yeah. Christmas, who does sick shit on Christmas though?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, to be
Who's like
honest.
fucking went out to the fucking club, snowboarded? Like you can't do anything on Christmas. It's like,
Snowboarded?
well, just you
At
know,
the
if
club.
you're from somewhere that exists.
Snowboarding, that's just when you rack a line the size of a toilet. Anyway, yeah, shit joke. Fucking, I thought the same thing though, because I remember being a kid, Christmas is like the best thing of the whole year, other than your birthday.
But once they stop buying you presents,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
loses its appeal.
And when you start having to buy presents as well, and you're going out and you fucking, like I was having to buy presents and just think the whole time I'm thinking, fuck, look, I could use this $50. You know, like why am I spending this much money? No offense to my little
Use
brothers
this
and
$50
sisters.
to go snowboarding.
See, I'm the youngest in my family, and we sort of pretty early on just said, no, we're not doing any fucking presents this
Oh,
year.
real?
Yeah. So ever since then, it's good because you don't have to go out and spend $300 on bullshit. But it's
Yeah.
bad because you got nothing to look forward to. But
How
let's
old
be
were
honest,
you
no
when this
one
happened?
no one looks forward to Christmas gifts. You're gonna get fucking Lynx body spray set.
Oh,
You're
I
gonna
didn't get one this year.
I know that was
I
the,
think-
that was the running meme, wasn't it?
Yeah, did they just not do them?
You did. You got David Beckham or something.
Yeah. Listen to what I said, Robin. I didn't get a Lynx body kit. I got a David Beckham one. The next best thing.
David Beckham still fucking still shelling out.
But yeah, what happened to Lynx? Because that, yeah, like you said, it was a meme that was
I
going
bought
on.
Lynx the other day. It was the cheapest though.
What one? Which one did you get?
It was this new one. It was called Peace.
Mm,
Ooh,
Because that's what you want to think of when you stink like shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Just trying to find inner peace.
yeah.
But no, Christmas was good. And fucking
All right, what?
and New Year's was good though. I got too munted up than I should have. And my missus is like, I'm just having a couple of drinks. I'm not having a big one this year. And I was like, that's fine, but I am.
Yeah.
And so what happens? She's probably going to kill me for telling the story. And so basically, like, comes like 3 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's fucked up. She's like, I'm going to sleep. I'm going home. So me in my like lovey-dovey inebriated state, I'm like, you're not going home alone. I'll come with you. And so I'm like a gentleman. I like open the Uber door. I'm like, get in, girl. And then they're like,
Jesus Christ.
we're driving home. She passed the fuck out because she's drunk. And I'm sitting there going, realizing I should have never gotten in this Uber. Why did I come home? So she gets home and passes out. And I'm fucking fucked off my head at like 3 a.m, sitting up like calling cunts on New Year's going, what are you doing? Like, and that was honestly it. And I just stayed up for 2 hours by myself drinking gin and Powerade because I didn't have any mixer.
What the fuck?
Bro, which is, by the way, is a fucked combination because
Yeah.
I was like, I've got gin and I need to like mix it with something.
Yeah.
All I had because I was like, the next day you need a Powerade in the fridge.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
like, fuck it, I'll just put a bit of Powerade, red Powerade. Did this with orange too, funnily enough, and I like poured half of it in. And then half of the Powerade, so I left some for the morning because I'm
Yeah.
like, don't forget about your future self, you know? Always invest in yourself.
Yeah.
And then it tastes like absolute horse nuts. And then, so basically, the worst part is you wake up the next day and you're like, I'm going to have that Gatorade. And then you just drink it and you're reminded of how shit
true.
the fuck, you just taste gin somehow.
Flashbacks.
Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, that was fucked. But no, New Year's was good.
Where did you go?
I went to my girlfriend's friend's house, who we went to last year. Shout out Maisie and Mikhail. Not that I guess everyone's going to know, but
Yeah.
you know, what does it matter?
Yeah.
But no, I was probably the only person in Perth not at Origin. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't go.
did you go? You didn't?
Nah.
Oops, you
I
go?
don't even know who was going to Origin, to be honest.
What do you mean? Oh, like artists.
Yeah,
Does anyone go for
Do you
the
wanna
art?
put
See,
that
that's the
closer?
thing.
that's true. Yeah. Put the fucking mic closer. Yeah. It's just
Like the countdown would be sick. Let's be honest. Like
Yeah,
if you did
yeah.
that's what the sickest part would be. But look, I mean, we're talking about drugs.
The only
It's-
good thing
if you're fucking on the, if I'm on the molly, the last thing I want to be doing is just like fist pumping the air to doof music. Like I want to chew someone's ear off and tell them about the fucking the state of the economy and why. Do you know what I mean? No?
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. I don't know.
That's just not the environment that I would want to be in.
Yeah, it's just like when you're there, you're kind of stuck there.
Plus,
Like
half the time
once
you
you're
get
in, once
split
you're
up.
in and you're cooked, you. I feel like for me anyway, once I'm cooked, I spend most of the time trying to find people. I'll lose my friends, and then it's just that constant thing of just walking around bumping into one person, then you go talk to someone else, and then you lose him, and then it's like, what the fuck?
I didn't even think about that. You would lose cunts at a festival. I haven't been to a festival in a long time. I'm not going to lie. Like, festival vibes aren't really my vibes, to be honest. Like,
It's just too many people.
it's too many people,
It is way
too
too
much
many
sun, too much fucking...
Not enough hydration.
I don't know if I'm just getting older, but I like 2 hours of entertainment and I'm fucking done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm fucking... Maybe it's just like the weed smoker in me though. That's
Yeah.
just like... I don't want to go out, like I'm not a pillhead, I just don't want to go out for 8 hours and just fucking roast in that
Yeah.
sun.
Well, we
Although-
went to Falls Festival in Byron Bay for New Year's, like a couple of years ago, and that was pretty dope. But at the same time, like we've
Didn't
had
have any
parties.
drugs, so
Well,
it
yeah,
was
we didn't have
like-
any drugs, but we've had parties since for New Year's, just house parties, and they're always way better.
Yeah.
Everyone gets fucking trashed. You're listening to the music you want to be listening to. And then you do what we do and miss the countdown because we didn't have the
Dude,
radio.
I
on
was
or
just
nothing.
about to say I missed the countdown
Yeah.
too. But it was the fucking radio station because they did this like, you know, when there's like the 1 minute before and they start recapping the whole year. And I swear to God, the dude was shouting like 2019, 20, blah, 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 and then he goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and no one heard it. And then you just hear this boom, 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 all the fireworks.
Yeah,
and we're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Fucking Happy New Year, cunt. What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
We entered the new year on the wrong foot, but you know. So what did you do for New Year's then?
We went to my missus' like parents' house. They were down in Bustleton.
Globes go as well?
Yeah,
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
No,
we all
her
went.
parents weren't there.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
a
yeah.
family
Her
affair.
parents were out in Bustleton, so we had her house to ourselves. And she's got a nice house, a pool and shit. We didn't go swimming. We should have gone swimming, but it wasn't even that hot for New Year's, eh? It was pretty fucking.
Man, I feel like it hasn't been that hot for everything in December. There was like that week where everyone died, but
Yeah.
after that, there wasn't like any 40 days though. I swear. I might
Well,
be
there's still.
wrong.
I don't know.
I feel like it calmed down a
There
bit.
still isn't.
Yeah.
I looked at the weather. I think it's like maybe 37 on fucking Thursday or some shit.
Sun's just taking on the back foot, giving us a little bit of a break.
I can't deal with the fucking heat though. I don't know about you, but as soon as it hits like 30 degrees for me, I'm fucked.
You got that English blood.
I'm fucked.
Nah, I do too, man. My dad's English and fucking. My mum's Polish too, so they're just used to cold weather and cabbage. So it's just fucking.
Yeah.
Like I can't. My hands are sweating right now. I don't know if even the cameras can see that. Like, it's not because of the nerves. It's not 'cause
You
of
put
the
your hands
nerves.
up and they're just glistening in the light.
No, I just fucking. I can't handle it. It's just. I'd rather, as the saying goes, you can always take off clothes, but you can't put it. You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can. Other way, you can
Yeah,
put
yeah,
clothes on,
yeah.
but you can't take them off.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I say. Like when, you know,
So you plagiarise
when
me.
someone asks me
No.
that question, what do you prefer, winter or summer sort of thing?
It's just better,
Yeah, I
bro. Like wearing jackets,
You,
hoodies,
and you
beanies,
look,
come
and you,
on.
yeah, you look cooler.
Whatever. Like,
Not look cooler,
but it's
but
also
there's more
just-
like there's more swag in winter.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a
There's-
buffer.
I feel like there's maybe more comfort in being cold and getting warm than being warm and getting cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're cooling down, you're already sweaty.
Yeah.
And so there's no getting rid of that sweat.
Yeah.
It's going to feel cold, but you're fucking sweating. So.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we just cracked the code, boys. Let's wrap it up.
All right, and
Fuck. So other than New Year's, Christmas, like, do you have any resolutions? That's always a good thing. I don't have any. Do you?
I want to hear Blob's resolutions.
Not really. Like, I have some... Like, just get my shit together. That was basically it. Save money.
How many years have you said that?
Exactly. So...
You useless. No.
I feel like
yeah.
you have to clearly define the resolution, and you have to have a goal to get there. If you, I used to be anti-resolutions. I used to be like, fuck resolutions, fuck you fucking get fit and shit like that. But like now, I'm actually a flip. I'm now like, I like the symbology of it, and my resolution is all about discipline. It's all about controlling what I eat. It's about controlling when I exercise and shit like that. Because I used to be a really, really, really unhealthy person. Like, really. I was like, you've seen Super Size Me. I did that for 2 years. That's why I think it's fake. Like, because I ate Macca's non-stop. Non-stop.
Shit.
Non-stop. And I would do it again. I'd do it again. But I'm not trying to sound like a fucking...
Did you put...
I'm fucking...
What, so did you put on weight and shit? Because
Yeah, but...
How old were you when this phase happened?
Phase? Lifestyle?
Yeah, true.
Nah, shit. 18? When I realised I had my own money and I didn't have to cook for myself and I had a car.
See, I envy fucking people like that. Because, like, I feel like I don't eat shit every day. But I got to a point where I was eating shit every day, put on heaps of weight. Now I just can't ever fucking get rid of it.
It's super
let's
hard.
be real, I'm not going to the gym every day. And
Wait,
I
it
don't
is-
play sport daily.
It is hard to lose weight though, man. Like, I'm trying to lose weight. I have a gut.
You're still going to the gym, eh?
Yeah.
Or you are going to the gym.
I'm on and off, so...
He's got a sponsorship by a protein bar as well.
I fucking
Go to
do.
the studio,
Do
you
you?
got a
Do you
stack
have
of
like a
protein
Snapchat
bars.
premium and all that? Or
Oh, bro. I just get showered in protein bars. That's
just you in your underwear going, try this.
It's just me doing a beat snippet, and then I'll be like, oh, and just like drift over and point at their protein bars. HPLC, high protein, low carb. What's that? I don't know. Where did that come from? I just gave them a free shout out. I'm not actually sponsored by them.
Yeah.
But fucking,
yeah,
I
anyway.
wish though.
Go on, what was
Yeah,
that?
but like I don't know. I'm trying to. Last year I had my resolution was a full year sober, like no booze, no nothing, and I went 4 months with no booze, no.
Fuck.
I
booze.
knew there was going to be
Yeah.
some kind of turn there.
Yeah, well, but I'm happy I even got
I
4
went
months.
4 days.
No, 4 months.
I know what you said.
Good. Don't you take that away from me. It's the hardest thing I ever did. No, but it
was it
actually
hard?
taught me, it fucking taught me heaps. And that's when I was like, that's when I actually started working out and exercising and shit. And like, I used to be, as I said, I used to hate cunts that like, used to be a cynic, like fucking, like,
Yeah.
bodybuild, fuck that.
Yeah.
But I realized how closely it's related to how, like, your mind and shit. And that's something I've gotten into heaps, is how much that actually helps you fucking work and actually think clearer. And like, you get like a natural, your brain starts to learn you can get endorphins from normal things.
Yeah.
You don't have to take a picky.
So, in terms of that, like what you said, like clearing out your mind and stuff, would you say your production rate was better
Hell yeah.
afterwards?
Hell yeah. Anyone that
And
knows
compared
me,
to what it was before?
Yeah.
Like, how much are we talking? Like,
It's not even... Man, when I would make beats stoned, I think you've seen me make beats stoned. It's like... It turns into some bloody, like, side trance soundscape. It's like it should be in a Jason Voorhees, like, fucking movie.
yeah.
But, yeah, no, it changed me heaps. Like, it just made me way more productive. And, like, because when, like, smoking weed is good for composition when you want to try weird shit and it works. But the problem is when you want to try weird shit and you'll just be like, oh, did you hear that cat jingle on that bell? What if we took that and we pitch shifted it up like 6 decibels? And like, and then we'll just be like, oh, let's do this. And you'd be sitting there listening to it, jing, 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 for like 2 hours going, this is fucking, we got it. We cracked it, boys. Yeah. And then like the next morning you're like, oh my God, that's shit.
Yeah.
What have I
That is
done?
trash. I'm not Kanye.
Yeah. I feel like we've done a lot of that. Like, just thinking to ourselves, let's get stoned to make a beat.
Getting lost on like
you just get lost.
little
Get lost in the
details.
pads
and,
that like, let's make the piano more this and that, but you're not even doing anything. You just Have you ever made a beat on psychedelics though?
No, I've not.
See, I don't think.
Wait. The closest I've got to like heavy drugs would be like gear and Dexies making beats.
Man, making beats on gear, I've never touched the gear, but I imagine that would be probably pretty productive.
You wouldn't make anything under 120 BPM.
Yeah.
Just
riding bars, that's definitely one thing I can vouch for. Like, riding bars
I've heard that
on like Dexies is fucking next level.
Problem is when you get used to doing that, you fucking
you become
then you go, all right, let's just sit down with this nice sober mind and see what it has to offer. Crickets. Yeah, 100%. It's like it's the same with like smoking weed though, because for ages I didn't even realize. It was just kind of built into my production. And then when I sort of stopped smoking weed, but then would start smoking weed again, that's when I'll be even worse because you get super, you know, your tolerance to weed gets super.
Yeah.
What am I saying? Super high really quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you don't smoke for ages and then you have a billy, you're just like absolutely rocked.
Yeah, just zombied.
Yeah. No, 100%. But like that sort of shit would, like Dexies would be good. That's like the studio drug. You want like Adderall or something like that.
Something that's
Modafinil.
just like all your focus. Like you just got all your fucking
Yeah.
attention. But then again, like it can also lead to the whole attention to detail side of things where you just get lost as well in the same.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. No, for sure.
constantly going over your fucking keys and whatnot.
I don't know about my keys, but
Why?
mean, 'cause they're
yours
shit.
are perfect.
no, they're shit.
Your keys
I
aren't
don't.
shit,
I don't
man.
go over them.
They're
Keys are hard.
alright.
Though. Keys are really hard.
I
So
mean,
it's like bass. I like drums. See,
For you.
I would love to just. My like dream job would just be like, Sam, come to the studio and make drums for me, like craft drums for this song.
That'd be dope.
That would be, and like everyone's like, no shit, cunt. It's easy as fuck.
yeah.
But it's like it is. But
yeah.
it's also like
There
I feel
also-
like there's a real art to picking.
Yeah,
drums
I was
too.
going to say there definitely is, and you like a lot of people. You could say drums are easy because everyone just kind of goes to the same pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is like three.
There's like
patterns that
there's like
everyone
three
picks.
patterns that everyone goes to, and that's and
Picking
then
drum sounds is like that's a thing in itself, but then being able to arrange them
Yeah.
is like a whole nother thing, and
That's
to be
it.
able to come up with different arrangements.
fills and breakdowns,
shit
all
like
that
that.
bullshit.
That's like why I can never understood how you like you worked in Machine and stuff. Like Machine is the MPC software. Like you have to. I feel like if you're gonna work on a full song with drums, you have to like be able to see the entire song in its waveforms and take shit out, and because that's what a drummer most likely or a good one wouldn't just loop the same loop the
Yeah,
entire thing. You
yeah.
know, it's like little shit like just not putting a snare on the end of this is like that's massively impactful
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you'd be making a beat and stuff like that.
Do you do your drums last?
Man, I do my drums mostly first.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people hate that. A lot of people are like, "How?"
So do you work off the drum beat then?
I kind
terms
of
of,
know.
like-
I kind of know what
You'll-
tempo I'm gonna make of the beat before I'll do anything. I'll always go like the first thing. I'm like, am I doing a trap fucking song or a boom bap sort of tempo? And I'll pick that, and then I'll know straight away like just like if I want to make an upbeat one or a downer one. And I'll kind of look for samples based off that. So I'll make drums with that in mind, and then I'll look for a sample that matches the criteria I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Like I find it hard to hear. Like sometimes because I'll always just make like a rough drum beat, and then I'll put a sample over it, and then I'll change the drums once I've got the sample and it feels right. But like a lot of the time, I'll fucking it's super hard to try and just play a sample and loop it, and then sort of while you're playing it, just sort of hear how I feel like the drums. It helps me go, oh, that's where it should land. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also probably just from laziness. Like I probably just started doing that early on, and it helped when you're cutting up a sample. It sounds better already when you're sort of playing it over.
Yeah, that's
You
one
like
thing
you
I've
can hear the
noticed.
potential in it already.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're just sitting there going, wee, wee, wee,
Yeah.
wee, wee.
Yeah, I feel like
100%.
you're probably the same, but like for sampling for me, I'd
Right.
much rather have the drums there and do it like what you said. Have all your chops, but then go along with the drum beat that you've already got set up.
Yeah, I would probably want to. I would do something like that.
Rather than trying to make a loop and then trying to add
There
drums.
should be some in there.
Oh, and the pad class, yeah.
Amateur.
You can tell I'm
But that's another thing with like rapping as well. I don't know. I'd say you're the same because we both kind of write to beats. But a lot of people, like people will write a cappella and then try and add their verse over a beat. Whereas I've always got a beat and then written my verse for that beat. Because then, like what you said with the drums and shit, that's where you can go. All right, I'll have the punchline land on the kick drum or the snare, or
Yeah.
I'll take a break on the snare drum, come back in.
I think if an MC is like a seasoned MC, they know how to write bars. Writing to a beat without a beat is a lot easier because you can just hear the 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4. But people who are starting out, that I hear a lot at the studio of people saying, I wrote it to like without a beat. I just wrote it, probably cooked off my fucking head. That's what I'll usually hear, and then it's like you can tell that.
No offense to everyone who
that
goes to
they
Shakedown.
No, it's a small minority of people, but it's more fucking. Yeah, you can tell when someone hasn't written to it. You know what But you can tell when someone's written it to a different beat as well a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But having said that, a lot of the music that I've made has been written to another beat, and then the artist has picked a beat from a catalog or something, and then just said, "Oh, you know, this fits this song that I've written." So that was sorry, I cannot roll and talk at the same time.
Do you rework much? Finish it rolly, but...
Sorry, it's the shittest roll ever.
Do you want me to roll you one?
That would be embarrassing, wouldn't
It
it?
would be embarrassing, but...
Nah, it's
But
already
we'll
done.
get it on
It's
camera.
already done. We got it. It's fucking. She's a loose one, but
Yeah.
she'll smoke. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you do much like rework in terms like remaking
Trade
beats?
secret. Trade secret.
Trade secret.
Nah, of course, yeah. Heaps of people do. The amount of people that come in with fucking like a song as like impactful as like Joyner Lucas, like Russ Capicciano, or like however the fuck you say that, or like I'm sorry, and they're like, I just want a beat like this. I'm like, the first disclaimer I'll always give them is I can't give you a beat like that, but I can give you a beat. I can give you a beat like that, but not like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like lots of people when they want you to make a beat, they kind of they
got
understand
high
you're
hopes.
making your own beat, but at the same time they're like, I just want you to give me that beat. Just
Yeah,
somehow give me
yeah,
that beat.
yeah. I know what you mean.
But
It's like they're kind of expecting it to sound too
Just
similar.
The
Like,
same
well,
beat,
basically,
but
you
made
just
by someone else.
yeah. That's pretty much all it is. They want you to have the exact same melody and shit like that.
yeah. What's that ashtray?
I was just ashing in that.
Where?
You can ash in this if you want.
Yeah, go on. Send her over. Send her over for a quick one.
Pick one before the hooker gets here.
Jesus.
What did you say?
Lucky
No,
that mic's
you
away
grabbed
from
that
his
lighter
face.
as
Yeah, good thing I didn't say it directly into the microphone. I said good thing, get it in quick before the hooker gets here.
Oh, right.
What were you saying? You were saying about remakes. Most people will do remakes. What are you doing?
Oh no, I was just fucking making sure it was on.
Oh, imagine that. We finished.
Yeah.
Has that happened?
Nah. Oh wait. Did it do it with one of our episodes and it fucking my
Richard
laptop
was
died or some shit? Oh no, we had one where my phone died, so
What,
we didn't
you're
have the
recording on your
video.
phone?
No,
Oh.
we just didn't have the video.
Just turns it not.
And then we
audio.
had one with Richo where it ran out. The memory ran out, so I got it managed to write like 2/3 of it after I'd saved
Yeah,
it.
because you'd just be storing it on your phone. Eh? That's not good, mate.
It's not good enough.
We need everybody to donate to what's your PayPal address?
I don't have one. Oh wait, no, we don't have one. Yeah, I don't know. Just I'll ask for bank details. Oh yeah, we got Patreon. Go to Patreon, the Smokers Lounge on
Do you
Patreon.
have a Patreon?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah. Yeah, donate to the Patreon.
yeah. And with that in mind, shout out Manxious because we own some shout outs.
100%. Keeping the Patreon alive.
Yeah.
One style Patreon.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it run your Patreon?
Nah.
No,
He's our
he's just
one.
The one
Patreon.
person
Oh,
that's been
right,
donating
your one
since we
patron.
started.
Yeah.
The day oneer.
Mm.
Surely that's like in 10 years. That's got to be worth something.
Yeah.
You got to
Well,
give him
you'd hope
T-shirt
so.
or something.
just a t-shirt sticker. Just pay shipping.
Yeah.
Oh fuck that. That's good though. You got to start with one.
With that as well, I looked up shirts. You might know because you were in that business for a while. Oh yeah, I was talking to the bloke next to you. Fuck, what were they called? What did I send you? The brand?
Gildan.
Yeah, Gildan. Are they good quality?
No, they're kind of like your entry level.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
like every shirt that you've ever got through
Yeah, that's
band.
anywhere
Yeah,
that'd be, it's a Gildan
Man,
shirt.
Supreme got in trouble because they were fucking printing their shirts and it was on just a regular Gildan tee.
Really?
And people were like, that's the cheapest shirt that you can, you
Yeah.
know, get wholesale. And it's like, it's Supreme, you know, they're like they're probably printing 20 of them in a shed
Yeah.
and like
Charging
they're selling
fuck by
1,400 or some shit.
Yeah.
Cunts
Well,
go crazy for that.
What's
though.
like a good brand then? Because I was looking at because
AAA.
I want to get merch.
Triple A's good.
I want to get AAA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it AAA? Yeah.
Because I want to get some shirts and shit made up. Hopefully soon for the start of the year. Try and get them out there.
So are you
Give them a
guys,
guess, all that sort of bullshit. But
you guys not doing the shirt thing anymore? Or?
Wade is.
It's
So,
just Wade,
shouts to Sumo. Yeah, so me and Wade both started Stay Low. And I just, like I usually do, I just start things and then don't really think about the time commitment to them. And so I was sort of focusing on my own little other hustle that I had going at the time. So I just sort of said to him, hey, you know, why don't you take this as your baby? You run it. And yeah, he's been doing that ever since. He's printed shirts for heaps of dudes.
So you kind of put it up for
sick.
adoption, and he's now the father.
He is the sole father.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like they got divorced and he got sole custody.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was amicable
Yeah.
divorce.
Yeah.
There was no child support or anything.
No.
They got shirt support.
Yeah.
But yeah, he still does all the printing. He does a killer job. But it was fun to do it, man. It's also super easy to do. It's just time consuming.
Yeah.
You have to. It's backbreaking too. It's like you're constantly leaning over shit and just like that shit got to me after a while. I was just like, man, and you get ink on your fingers. And the thing about plastisol ink, which is what you know what majority of screen printers would use, is it never dries ever. It will just always be wet. So you can have like a little bit just sitting there, and it won't dry for 100 years, and then you just touch it, and it's in your clothes, and it will never come out. And it's just fuck.
Yeah, because you have to put them in ovens and shit, eh?
Yeah, you cure it with heat, so
Yeah.
it doesn't dry with air. You can get water-based ink, which will dry with air.
Yeah,
and-
so I remember going to Sumo's, and he was like doing a batch or whatever. And yeah, he had them on like fucking oven trays and shit.
Yeah,
like,
man, that's what
putting
we
them up.
started. We wanted to keep that part out of the public eye because
Oh,
we didn't
okay.
realize. Yeah, it's like the printing part's all glamorous. You're like, oh, you like flood the ink and press on, like that looks sick. Then the part you don't see with your shirt is that they grab it and put it in like a Dyson oven at 180.
Yeah.
Whole house just smells like shirts, just cooking shirts, and you burn
With
a
your
few
pie and
parts.
chips at the same time.
Yeah.
Cooking your dinner whilst you're making shirts.
Oh man, and yeah, you got to time it really well too, because otherwise, yeah, you burn your shirt.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And you don't want to overcook your shirt. You want it medium well.
Yeah.
No, medium well, medium rare. I just gave away how I liked my steak. The bad way.
Do you actually like it medium?
Medium well.
Or do you like it well done?
I'll just see myself out, boys.
I don't.
What?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just.
I
I've
don't-
always. I like my meat sent to fucking hell and back on a plate. I don't want it to move on the plate.
Yeah,
So-
that's fair.
It's not fair. I understand. I understand. I'm an outlier. It's fine. I'm probably all the comments are probably just going to be like, "What a fucking whack cunt." That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll own it.
Do you not think it's dry though?
Yeah, I do.
But you like it. You
No.
like it dry.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I think I just fucking. I get weirded out by weird shit like egg. Egg has to be cooked in a specific like runny yolk. That shit fucks with me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
What?
best.
Yeah, runny yolk. It's like, dude, it's not even cooked. You're just eating pus.
Yeah, but when runny
Oh,
yolk
when
is
it's-
warm, it's
Yeah.
so good.
It's yeah, no, I have to have runny.
Smell.
It's gotta be runny.
Good smell.
It's got a
It
smell.
what? Smells?
Yeah.
Nah. That's just eggs
That's
in general.
because it's
Yeah.
an embryo.
Yeah. But
Isn't it unfertilized embryo? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean either way. It's
Well,
gross.
if it was a fertilised one.
I was
it
just chatting
fucked.
to my mate about this before. Apparently, in I can't remember what country. There's a like their delicacy is like a
The-
fertilized
Yeah,
egg.
oi, look that
Um,
up. That,
Don't let.
Fuck, what's it called?
Century egg.
nah,
yeah.
nah.
We
Century
literally
eggs.
was talking
Just,
about this like 20 minutes.
Galoot.
nah, century eggs.
Is that what it's called?
Century eggs are just eggs that have been kept for a century before you eat them.
Gross.
Fuck.
Too long.
That would be smelly.
I'm pretty
Imagine
sure.
that smell of that yolk.
But what you're saying, they just eat
Smells.
they just eat embryos of the eggs. It's like Japan or China or some shit.
Yeah, I think it's like
I
a.
mean,
But that would be crunchy.
They also
crunchy
eat
on the
spiders
outside,
and
gooey
stuff.
on the inside.
oh.
Spiders.
So-
Have you ever had a spider though?
What if you had
Okay.
what if you had an
No.
embryo?
Yeah,
What if you had an embryo with a chicken in it and then an egg in the chicken?
That's like a turducken, but
And
in
it
the
just-
embryonic
Yeah.
form.
It just keeps going until you
Oh.
got some.
Or the
Yeah, but look, there you go.
the equivalent.
You should put this image of what we're looking at right now on the podcast after,
Oh, that's
so they can see
fucking
that.
rank, man.
Tell them every time.
It's the ideal. It's
Vietnamese.
called bullet. The
It's
ideal
called
bullet
no
is said to be
thank you.
17 days old. In the Vietnamese version, the egg is incubated for 19 to 21 days. When the embryo is old enough to be recognized as a baby duck and has bones that will be firm but tender when cooked. Who the fuck thinks
Yeah.
about bones getting tender?
That's fucked, especially with something like that. Like, do you know what that reminds me of? Did you ever get those little fucking alien eggs when you were like a kid
Yeah.
and they'd fucking grow? And then they'd
Put
like...
them in
tu-
water or something.
Yeah, I don't know. They were just like that, but they were like little aliens in like fucking see-through like egg things.
That's fucked.
Do you remember that?
They weren't
What
real.
is this, a toy?
Look
or
that,
is it...
yeah, look that up. Go.
You mean like the movie Alien?
Do see-through alien egg toy.
We gotta get some funny results here.
Growing alien egg.
Can't spell.
Yeah, it's there. Look, growing alien egg.
Toy.
The keys that start. Oh, we go.
No egg.
It's one of the keys.
The alien egg experiment.
Is that
Growing
it?
alien.
Yeah, it's that thing on the right.
That looks like one of those fucking eggs you paint.
Oh no, that's not. No, it's not.
And what? So it would just grow. It's not, but it's not alive.
No, it's not. Not real.
It's not a real alien.
Nah,
No.
nah.
Nah.
I don't think
I
they've.
was like, does the
Yeah,
government
they're
know
like
this?
those
to the public.
fucking those like weird things. I just remember seeing it when I was like a kid, and they were like see-through, and they'd have fucking weird alien shit in them. But
Alien
none of
shit in
those.
them?
Oh, that thing. No, go down. That silver thing. Yeah, that. They were like in an egg, and it was gooey, and that was like a weird fucking stretchy rubber sort of shit.
So that would be like the yolk, the green part.
Yeah,
That's fucked. And you played with this.
yeah,
That explains a lot. No.
yeah. No shit.
That's fucked. Eggs are just fucking rank though in general. Unless they're scrambled. That's how it happens.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
I love eggs,
I
but I,
can't
can only have so
understand-
much of it.
I
There you
didn't-
go, Robin. That top one, gooey alien egg. That no, right?
These
That
are
shit. Yeah, that's what it was.
These are all.
how do people drink raw eggs and not get salmonella? Yeah, you
Isn't
always
that
see
like
like
a-
gym junkies
I've heard-
and
Yeah,
shit
true.
supposedly crack eggs.
Apparently,
and-
it's like pretty hard to because this is I only learnt this like a couple months ago. Not all like if you ate like chicken breast, like raw chicken, not all raw chicken has salmonella in it. I think it's like it's just something that can be present.
a high
if it's
risk.
Raw. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not. I used to be so paranoid of that shit too. Like exactly as you
Yeah.
said, salmonella, and like man, it was the same with that cookie dough because I used to eat like when I was a kid, like just
Yeah,
get
raw
buy
cookie
those
dough?
cookie dough things from IGA. But you're not meant to eat those raw for that exact same reason because it's just loaded with egg, and you get salmonella. From
All right. So
Shit.
I've never had salmonella.
So my missus, right, hasn't ate eggs this whole time, like with the pregnancy, because
right,
of
yeah.
like salmonella, right?
Yeah,
Because apparently when you're pregnant, you have high risk of,
yeah.
catching it or whatever.
It's like you
the
can't
fuck
eat
it is.
certain fish as well, I
Yeah.
think, or some shit.
So
Shit.
she's like basically anything that contains egg, or like raw egg in it. So I don't know what that falls into, but like stuff like cheesecakes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Cheesecake is raw egg in it?
I don't know, but it probably
You're ruining
has
my
egg
shit.
in it.
Like,
But she has like fucking like not ate eggs the whole time. And then we were at the hospital the other day, and they had a fucking leaflet for, it was called the Pregnant Project or some shit, but it was like highlighting egg, and it was like the Pregnut Project, and basically it's for like mothers, like pregnant women, to have a diet that's strict in eggs and nuts, or like you have an increased amount of eggs and nuts to see if it prevents allergies in babies when they're born.
so they're just testing this shit with kids.
Yeah,
Just
but then-
see if the kid doesn't have any allergies.
Yeah.
You might fucking die, but
yeah, but then
give
I
it
was
a go,
thinking,
would
like,
ya? Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah,
She
who wants to be the
doesn't-
guinea
Nut.
pig?
She doesn't want to have eggs, but yet telethon kids are running a fucking thing where they're telling pregnant women to eat heavy egg diet.
This is on telethon.
So it's like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is?
I mean, telethon doesn't exist without sick kids. I'm just saying.
It's the cycle.
It is very true though. Maybe they're fucking running out.
Yeah.
We need more
Modern
sick, we
days.
need more sick kids to raise money
Modern
for the
day,
sick kids
yeah.
to get more money with the sick kids.
modern day science
Jesus.
is fucking them over.
This is fucked. We're like anti-vaxxers right now.
I thought you would have been. I mean, this goes back to the whole disciplinary thing that you're going on about. I thought you would have like gone on to that whole plant-based
Nah.
thing, that
Nah, I'm not-
bandwagon that's driving.
I don't
around
think.
at the moment.
I think there's not enough research to look at that. I did look into it.
Have you watched that Netflix documentary?
Which one?
I forgot what it's called, but it's about
That Food Inc. The one about
no,
that.
it's called
Game
Cowspiracy?
changers.
Game Changers. Yeah, it's called Game Changers. But Arnie is in there, and he's like going on about how he has a plant-based diet and he's, you know.
Yeah, but that's probably now that he's like 40
Yeah,
and he's
exactly.
like,
And he's
that dude's
already-
not going to
Exactly.
put on anymore.
This
That's
big.
what we said. Like, there's no way when he was at his peak bodybuilding period of time, he wasn't fucking eating raw eggs and 5 steaks a day. Like,
Yeah, no way. Apparently, like, I actually listened to a thing about him and Sylvester Stallone having this massive beef. Did you ever
no.
see that?
No.
Apparently, they were, like, getting quite prominent at the same time. And because they were, Sylvester Stallone, and they were both, like, because they were both, like, action hero stars, they were both competing for, like, and Arnie was saying, he's like, I wanted to have the biggest muscles. He wanted the biggest muscles too. And they were just, like, had this full-on fucking
That's a good
rivalry going.
That
I
was.
worked on it on the way here, but
yeah.
nah. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's into that shit now. I mean, bodybuilding's fucked, bro, for your body as well. Like, you
Yeah.
have to
Oh,
eat
yeah.
inordinate, and you can't, like, just, the pressure that shit would put on your body being that size.
Also, being as old as he is now, it's like he can't keep weight off like he used to or whatever. So a
Yeah.
plant-based diet's probably good for him. But
Yeah, because
yeah,
you would
like
probably
you said back in the
maintain
day.
the muscle you had. You'd probably lose a little bit, but he'd probably lose heaps of fat too, so he'd just be hell shredded.
Yeah.
Maybe Arnie's got it down.
I just feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like vegans, I struggle to come across a vegan or, you know, on, like, social media and shit where they actually look healthy.
Yeah.
They're always, like, really fucking, like, gaunt in the
Yeah.
face and shit and just, like, look too skinny. And it's like, I don't know, like,
basically, Moby.
at the end of the day, humans are omnivores. So we are, like, built to fucking eat anything. And our diet has gone off of plants and meat for our whole fucking life. So why would you cut out the one thing that's, for starters, got us to the top of the food chain?
Because nowadays people
Like-
have too
But I
much
think
time
their
on their
argument,
hands.
right, is the ethics of eating the animal, which I'm not for or against. I think it's a complex argument,
I think animals go into 2 categories, right? You've got...
tasty and not tasty.
Yeah, no, you've got animals that are cool, that belong in the wild and in forests and shit like that,
said
that
they-
no
they
one
know
eats.
Cool.
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 Yeah, like
Like they got
cool
fucking
animals.
Ray-Bans
Yeah,
and
no, like cool animals, like
neck tats.
jaguars and fucking gorillas and shit like that. Like animals that you actually look at and you go, fuck
How
yeah,
dare you.
that's
How
sick.
dare you?
But then you've got sheep, pigs, cows, chickens, right? 4 animals that all just
loser
live on...
animals,
Yeah,
apparently.
4 animals that all live on farms that have been bred throughout our whole existence for one reason and one reason only, because we can consume all the meat that they produce and everything else. We don't eat fucking monkeys and shit because we probably can't eat monkeys because I could imagine their whole build-up is a
they
lot
also-
similar to a human.
Yeah,
Isn't
look
that like
So
the story
therefore-
or the conspiracy story of how AIDS first got transmitted to humans? If someone ate like a
It wouldn't
an
surprise me.
infected chimpanzee or something
Yeah,
like
it
that?
wouldn't surprise me. Because I can imagine it to be
That's
not
wild.
too far
I don't know
off
if that's true. That could be complete horseshit. But
No, that's
I remember hearing that.
That's 100% true. I just decided just then.
I'm just thinking like...
But it's true. Like we prefer. I feel like you have to have a principle with it. Like, for example, I was chatting about my missus with fucking. Like, obviously
So it
we
says
prefer
there, AIDS
cute.
start
Where did
monkey.
AIDS come from?
If you go back into the search bar, it said AIDS start and then monkey after it.
Maybe Robin can find it. But it's true. We don't want to kill the cute animals. Like, for example,
Oh, so they're not cool, but they're cute.
well, for example, like I shouldn't say we, but a lot of people get angered by the fact that some cultures eat dog, for example, right? And like I was having this discussion, I was like, if you're going to stick to a principle of it's an animal, it's okay to eat an animal, you have to be okay, I guess, with someone
Yeah.
eating a dog. Because if you think about it, like in India, we're eating their holiest animal, which is a cow.
Very true.
And we're just like no one could imagine like, oh, like how dare they eat a cow? Like we can't imagine that.
yeah. But they eat cows though, anyway.
Well, I don't think they're, the
They just
best
work.
Hindus would.
Well, they probably wouldn't eat dogs
yeah,
if
maybe
they
true. Yeah.
didn't worship cows.
That's
but
that's like someone that's Islamic. There's like saying they could eat pig. It's like but they wouldn't be a very good adherent to their religion if they did, I guess.
and they'd probably
Yeah.
eat something different that we don't eat, like a cat or
Exactly.
something.
And like this, I'm not saying I'm gonna eat a dog. I'm just saying you know, culturally, you pick winners and losers, as you were saying. You call it the cool animals, and you would probably put dogs in the cool category.
Yeah.
No,
Depends on the dog.
Yeah, basically.
what breed?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really. I just don't kind of.
It's not known. It says it was started from a man in the Congo.
Right, so that's probably a conspiracy theory. What I said.
I just
Which
don't
is
really.
Why you don't ever repeat anything of yours.
Yeah, yeah. With dogs and
It was
cats,
started from one.
I don't consider
Right.
I don't look at
And
dogs
it
and
did
cats as
come from
animals.
monkeys, so something happened
Yeah.
with the monkey.
Yeah, I mean,
Fuck the monkey.
almost
Yeah,
the
that's
most
what I'm
racist thing you've
thinking.
ever said, but we'll forget about it.
Why? He lived in a place where there's monkeys.
Oh, okay.
It was the 50s. People were curious,
They were fucking everything.
pretty much.
Yeah, it's probably
No, it was the
stoned.
50s.
50s, yeah.
Who's
Basically,
stoned?
basically a
Is that what you
hippie.
said?
Yeah, basically a hippie in the Congo.
Did they have bongs back then?
Probably.
59.
Yeah.
When was the bong invented? Can you Google that?
In Bongo.
Surely that's an Australian thing. Surely.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
it's
know what I
gotta
did
be,
here?
yeah.
My friend went over to Amsterdam. This didn't happen to me when I was over there, but he was over there and he went to a cafe, and all the bongs that they had there, because you could you pick your bong, they take it to your table and shit. And all the bongs in their cone piece had like a mesh. It's basically like a candy. You just smoke it until it's ash, but it would
Yeah.
sit, and then you pull the mesh out the piece and tap it, and
Yeah.
that's it. And they were basically asking, "Oh, do you have any without the mesh or whatever?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, like in Australia, this is how we do it." And he's like, "No, show us." And so they gave him one of the bongs. They took one where they could take the mesh out, and they put it at their table, and they smoked it so it went through into the actual
Yeah.
bong like we have it. And the guy was like, "Ooh," and then he goes, "Let me try," and he tried it, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, you Australians are crazy,"
What the
and he was
fuck?
full on apparently he hadn't heard it, because when I was in Amsterdam, I would just smoke nothing but joints, but.
I feel like we had a bong or tried buying a bong years ago, or someone bought a bong and
Russia.
it had mesh on.
Yeah, you can get pipe screens and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Russia.
Russia.
Excavations of a kurgan. Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Of a kurgan in Russia in 2013 revealed that Scythian tribal chiefs used gold bongs 2,400 years ago to smoke cannabis and opium. The
That's
kurgan was
sick.
discovered when construction workers were clearing land for the construction of a power line.
Is that a
They just found some bong, the earliest Gatorade.
Is that a capsicum?
Yeah, it says there, look, red pepper, red bell pepper.
That would give it a bit of spice.
But would it not be? Would a fucking gold bong not be like a shisha?
No, because shisha doesn't pull it. Shisha.
Yeah, I know, but what are they?
There's a
What are they
different-
defining as a bong though? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like,
Oh no, that Kurgan is just something that's over the grave.
right.
So they found that, and he must. have
So this
found
guy died and got
Oh,
buried with his
okay.
bong because he was such a fucking stoner.
that's dope.
And it was a capsicum.
The use of a water pipe for smoking was introduced in China during the late Ming Dynasty, along with tobacco, through Persia and the Silk Road.
Ooh, so
By the
good.
Qing, is that Qing
it.
Dynasty?
Yeah.
It became the most popular method to smoke tobacco, but became less popular since the Republic era. While typically employed by commoners, the water pipe is known to have been preferred by Empress, whatever her name is,
When did we stop calling
over
it?
snuff bottles.
Why did we stop calling it water pipe? Where's your fucking water pipe, mate?
At least 3. She was buried with at least
Sounds
3
more
water
civilized,
pipes.
doesn't it?
Some of her
3
collections
water
can be seen in the Palace Museum.
Good to know that there were just 420 enthusiasts.
Yeah.
3,000 years ago.
Yeah, look, it tells you what it is. Look, the water pipe itself, single piece construct consisting of the bowl stem, the water container, and a draw tube at least 3 inches. But some can be up to 12 inches in length with a Gatorade bong.
Can you imagine that? Back in that, they had their fucking 3-chamber bongs, cunts getting the hell into it.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this weird thing?
The tobacco container lid, a pipe rack small enough to be held by one hand. Fuck, she was smashing the cones in the fucking Qing Dynasty,
Yeah.
whenever that was.
One hitter.
One hitter.
That's what you want. One and done. Straight in.
Oh shit, there you go.
Well, maybe they thought, it makes sense. It's what if the smoke will go through the water, so it'll filter out. But then why did they do it? Maybe they had an idea that the smoke wasn't good for you.
Yeah, I
Who
don't
the
know,
fuck knows?
yeah.
They originally tried smoking meth through it, but it didn't work. So they went on to cannabis.
And 48 hours later, after I figured out smoking,
After a massive weekend.
after a big weekend on the gear, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, oh no.
A bong, also a water pipe, billy, bing or muff.
A bing.
I am strictly
muff.
calling it a muff from this
Yeah.
day forward.
I love how they went from bing to bong.
Yeah.
It's a weird name, eh? Like,
Where'd you
why
move?
bong?
My dad called it a hubbly bubbly. The houses, my parents are like fucking 60 years old and they like just got into weed.
Yeah.
Like about 66 or some shit. And yeah, like my dad, I think was a stoner when he was younger, but like came across some of it in the last like few months,
Yeah.
and he went crazy. He bought a bong and everything like that. But he went to the Cloud9 store, and he was like, he asked for a hubbly bubbly, and I was like, what the fuck, Dad? You don't call it a fucking hubbly bubbly. And I was like, that just proves how English that guy is. Shouts to my
Oh
dad.
man.
But he went in there and they thought he was a cop, like hard out. Because they were like, let's get one thing straight.
true.
We're talking about tobacco, inverted quotes.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
like, yeah.
Hubbly bubbly.
So he's like, you put your tobacco, wink wink, into here. Or your oil pourers, as they are now.
Yeah.
But they just sell it now. They don't give a fuck. They'll sell them as bong. Everyone fucking knows.
Is
Yeah,
this
it's not really a
the?
secret, is
This
it?
is shoddy.
Yeah.
To get fresh air into the bong and harvest the last remaining smoke, a hole known as the carburetor.
Carburet.
The carb, choke, bink, rush, shoddy, kick hole.
Kick hole.
Simply
Fuck
hole.
yeah.
Shoddy's the best one.
Oi,
No,
have
carburetor.
a
You're
muff and
thinking
release the kick hole.
carburetors in a car. You're thinking
Carburetor.
of
What am I? I'm thinking
Beretta.
Beretta. Yeah. It's a carburetor.
yeah. The choke, the bink.
That's fucked.
Smoke
Let's
your
see.
bing and release the bink.
Now I know why this is called the
The
Smokers
rush.
Lounge. We're getting a history lesson.
This is the most
Fuck
we've
yeah.
spoken about fucking weed this whole time.
I don't even smoke weed anymore. This is
Generally
triggering.
used for smoking. Yeah, fuck, that's actually blew my mind. I didn't know that it went
Always
that far back.
learn.
I wonder if it was like competing designs for it,
Do you
and
know
that
what?
one ended up becoming the most famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was different computers, there was different cars, but everyone went, "Oh, this one works the best."
Yeah, this will
Did
be
some
the
cunt have a
standard.
stupid design? That
Do you
just,
reckon-
ruined
Maybe
everything?
I
some
reckon we
dude
should,
came
though.
in with a double chamber bong and everyone went, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And he went, you wait, it might be 10 days, 100 days, it might be 1,000 years from now. But
Yeah.
One day they're gonna want to impress all their friends sitting around.
Yeah, no shit.
you're going to need this for the sesh.
I could never. Oh man, I never got into all the fancy accessories and shit when I did smoke.
So expensive.
It is so expensive. It's also just like, the thing with me that I sort of like when I was smoking, it was like I'd have a cone, I'd only get high to a certain point, so then anything after that, it was like just kind of.
Oh yeah,
wasted.
it's all about the first cone.
Yeah, but then you see cunts and they've got like massive cone pieces, thumb packed, smoke it. It's like that's all you need now. Like that is enough to just fuck you.
My
Once you've had 3 of those, your day's now nothing.
but you got to escalate. Like shouts to my brother Ricky B. He's like a weed connoisseur.
Yeah,
like
very
he
true.
has all the toys. He won't fuck with like weak strains and
Yeah.
he's like, oh, you got to fucking test it and hold it up to the light
Yeah.
at this fucking hour to see the crystallization and
Yeah.
like full on like he's the type of like dude that will like come around and like if it's not good enough he won't buy it. And it's like if it's not the top of the top strain, because I don't know all that shit. This is why I hate weed, is it's all the fucking bubblegum kush double caprina pancake mix fucking this and that. And it's just like, dude, it's just, it should just be rated like fucking piss week, shit your pants and like or fucking clasp onto the couch and hold on like they should give like, I can't wait to the point where, it's actually legalized and you can shop for like
strengths.
strains, you know what I mean? And like whether you want the indica or sativa, because that is probably the most important part I think about when if you were going to pick a weed that you wanted.
I think with me now, I just want, if I am going to smoke, I want to smoke something that's not going to give me a fucking panic attack. Because like I don't smoke that much. Well, I fucking barely smoke anymore. But like when I've had like my little fucking phases coming in and out of like, start smoking for a few months and then fucking cut down and then, it always gets to that point I'll have one too many cones and I'll be on the couch just trying to like focus, just like, fuck me. I'm absolutely fucked.
You end up with just one of these ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a head in your hands.
Just fucking
yeah.
yeah, just sweating profusely, just trying to have a
And you
conversation with
realise that
someone.
the second you put your head up, you're going to vomit. So you just have to keep your head down for as long as possible. Because the
Yeah.
second you try and stand up, your world is just going to come to an end.
Yeah. I have actually, I kind of spoke to Ricky B briefly about like coming on.
Get him on,
Because he did, I think he did messages.
He will impress you.
Yeah.
He'll bring the shit to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, now Ricky is a top bloke, top weed smoker, and a top rapper.
Yeah. He's
Shout
definitely
outs.
got bars. Yeah, shout out to Ricky B.
Yeah, 100%.
Have you got fucking like gigs and shit lined up? Like, are you doing the old?
Man, I haven't got anything booked yet for this year. I think so. There's one getting organised after. Apart from, I'm going on tour at the end of this month for 6 weeks, so
Yeah.
that's a lot of fucking gigs lined
Yeah.
up. But that'll be all with Complete. So
Well, it should be. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that-
you just plug your phone in there, so.
oh, bro, don't tell them what we do. We're just walking USB sticks.
Yeah.
No, but fucking yeah, that's gonna be sick. But other than that, because that's sort of lined up everything that I have. Like, I'm just spending all my time getting ready to go for that. So
Yeah. So you're obviously with him the whole tour. Then?
yeah. We'll be,
I don't think
18 shows.
I don't
crazy.
think he's
What's that?
announced.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Massive.
It's gonna hurt.
I don't think he's announced
What?
support acts yet, has he? So
I don't know. I don't really. I don't
Do you
give a
know?
shit.
Do you
No,
know
I
that?
actually do care. No, I don't know. I know. I think manners is. I hope this isn't like fucking
Well, that's what I mean. I don't know because I
confidential,
saw.
but I know.
Can
So
you
who
look it
cares?
up,
I let
Robin?
out cats
Yeah.
out of the bag.
So complete.
I know
Go on to Facebook.
Manizil
Tour.
is joining us for One Leg, who's a
what?
fucking top bloke. as
So,
well.
like,
Shouts to
Adelaide.
Manners.
Who am I looking for?
Melbourne and Melbourne. Sorry, not
Complete?
Adelaide. I don't know. No, not Adelaide. Melbourne and
Where is Manazil based?
I think Melbourne. 99% sure. I'm really
Oh,
shit with
really?
like placing people.
I thought he was Adelaide for some weird reason.
He might be. I might be completely wrong.
Yeah, well, I could be definitely completely wrong.
I met him in Hobart, so I don't know. I think no, it is Melbourne. I swear.
Darwin.
Darwin. I've never been to Darwin. That's what I'm
just
excited
click on one of them and see if it's got the
Well,
support.
that
act.
Jackrabbit Slims one is the Perth one, the top
about. I think
one.
that's where we start off the no, yeah, is it? Yeah, no.
So that
no,
might-
no, we do an underage one,
That's
and
the
then that's the
last-
second
Oh, is
second
it?
show.
That might have supports.
So the whole tour is getting kicked off with the fucking underage show at HQ.
Oh yeah.
So all you kiddies, get down. There's face painting.
Yeah. There's
You,
face
you get a
paint.
lolly bag on the way out.
Yeah. There's a sausage sizzle.
Where will I find it?
Nah, it would be on there if it unless you go down.
I think
there
it's
might
going to
be
be
a
for
post.
every individual show. They would like everything they would announce it. I don't know. I think
Nah, it'd be.
I don't know if Sheldon's going to be picking all the acts or if it's going to be coming down to
Venues.
promoters or I don't know.
Do you have? Is there one sole promoter for the whole thing, or is it just in different legs, like one
I
for
don't know.
WA?
I know. I think it's because he goes through a touring agency.
Yeah.
They will organise it all for him, but I have no idea
Keep going
whether
down.
they reach out to local promoters or if they just contact the venue themselves. It's a good question,
Yeah, yeah.
but fuck yeah.
Yeah, it must not.
He had to
have put
book all
anything
the
up then.
flights the other day for it. He was just like, Jesus Christ, because we're catching some red eyes too, so
Really?
it's gonna be because it was just like, look, man, if we go during the good hours, it's like $400 cheaper. So he's like, sorry, man, you're getting on a flight at 3
Yeah,
3 a.m.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna try and utilize airport time and just
To sleep.
to make beats. But yeah, I can't
really?
sleep. Bro, I would love to sleep at the airport. I can't,
I'd love to sleep, but I'd never sleep.
bro. Pretty much, man.
Um.
I'm a terrible sleeper.
So you're just gonna take your laptop or something?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have my laptop the whole thing
Take
anyway.
your desktop.
Just fucking PC. Set up my monitors. Like,
Yeah. Oh man.
surely they won't care. But
How much equipment do you have to cart around with you?
Not much. All the venues will have like all the desks, the
So it's just-
turnies and shit. So I'll just have a laptop.
Oh yeah.
It'll be super easy for me. I just gotta pack a couple shirts, and that's it. We're good. That's the rule about traveling. You only need one pair of pants. You don't need more than that. Pants don't smell. You can. I went to Europe for 4 weeks with one pair of pants, and they smelled good when I got home. And I finished in Amsterdam, so they did smell good. But
Yeah. I mean.
that's just my little bit of
Gross.
wisdom. Gross.
Jeans.
Yeah, jeans.
Jeans, yeah, I feel like I know what you mean.
Jeans.
Not trackies. Not.
Jeans only.
Yeah,
I feel.
yeah, just like a nice denim.
Yeah, well, I mean, each to their own. Nice. I'm never going fucking travelling with you, I'll put it that way.
Well, at least if we do, we'll know who'll have the lighter bag. It'll be
Yeah,
me.
good
You'll be
point.
full of fucking pants.
Yeah,
Pants you'll never wear.
true.
Unbelievable. Now we're just staring at a picture of complete.
Yeah, whilst he stares into the distance. How,
it's gonna be a wild one.
how
right?
long is it?
It's
Like-
6 weeks in total.
Fuck.
But we come back to Perth for like a week and a half. So, like, technically it's like 5 weeks.
So it's
but
broken up.
yeah, it is broken up. We do like a big leg, which is actually harder. It would have been nicer to just do it all and fucking come home. But there was some issues, so we had to do it this way. So we have to like do half of Australia, come back for a week, which is good because we'll get a break. So
Yeah,
and then we'll
yeah.
just head out again.
I feel like it'll be a break that you will all want.
Yeah, I'll be like, thank fuck.
Yeah.
But no, it'll be the fucking the longest I've ever had to travel for music. You know,
Yeah.
which I'm stoked about. I get a free trip around Australia.
Fucking
Paid,
Yeah,
hell.
that's
so-
cool. What, so he's
Nice.
paying for it all, is
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I mean, yeah. He'll make his money through the ticket sales, but yeah, everyone's getting paid. Everyone's fucking
Top bloke.
and hopefully he does well from it. I
Yeah.
really hope he does.
I think
it'll
he
be it's going to be as big, you know. Not that he needed a big kickoff, but I think this tour is going to be a
Yeah.
real fucking, you
Yeah.
know.
This
game
is like a
changer.
statement to say. Like,
It's going to be like, you know, it's his debut album
Yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of it's going to be like a real show. We've already
Yeah.
sort of put together all these like special things for him.
Yeah,
We're like, let's
yeah.
do all these like, can't say too much, but there's going to be all these like, you
Yeah.
know,
You've
cool
got it.
things in there.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be a regular show, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
that's
going to be a
sick.
full-on production. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm super stoked for. And traveling
Fuck
with a
yeah.
bunch of good dudes. Omac, Misk, Bitter's come along for a bit. Fuck, there's something else I'm missing. Oh well, sorry.
Yeah. No, I will definitely be there.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll
okay.
definitely be there.
You could do a
but
live.
yeah,
You should do it on the ground reporting.
Man, we've actually.
We are here.
We did
at
talk
the-
about
Yeah,
that.
we've spoken about doing this, eh? Like,
Just fucking screaming at the mic.
yeah, yeah.
Some cunt spitting bars in your ear.
I know.
He's just giving you one of these. Like,
Yeah.
how can I?
Because we've tried. I know that like you can get Rode mics and shit for phones now,
Yeah, man.
and it's like you probably could if you found a quiet enough spot. You probably could. Well, we were thinking of trying to get acts, you know, as they've came off stage or whatever, and just sort of give them like quick.
Give him
fucking,
like the post-fight interview.
yeah, yeah. And then just like interview random fucking dudes in the crowd or whatever, and then try and do somewhat of a recap.
I think that would be funnier is if you're in the crowd and it's fucking you like in the pit
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah.
going up
Yeah.
and you're trying to do an interview, just getting
Yeah.
knocked around. Going, what? What did you say? And he's trying to tell you something serious and he's like, fuck off, God.
All you hear is, "Got any caps?"
Got any cats, brother?
Can I roll another smoke?
Scav.
Do you want to search, Robin?
Broke ass.
Do you want to search top 10, no, Billboard top 10 rock songs of the decade?
Fuck yes.
Google.
Yeah. What is this? Are we playing a new game?
What songs?
Billboard top 10 rock songs of the decade.
Are we going to make predictions? Because I reckon I could...
Go on then. Oh yeah, go on then. Before we load it, have you seen it?
I don't think I have,
Alright,
but rock
before-
songs.
Depends,
of the
rock is
decade.
so loosely defined, dude.
Yeah.
There's probably going to
Okay,
be some
well,
One
I
Direction
thought-
in there.
I thought that it wasn't that loosely defined, right? I was
You
thinking,
can think
you know,
like good old chug 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 rock. Like,
yeah, I can't even think of a fucking band off the top of my head, but say someone like, I don't know, fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers because they released an album within the decade, or
Yeah.
like Blink 182 or some shit like. But then obviously they also fall
they
into
fall
their
into
own genres
yeah.
of like punk and fucking whatever
And
it
they're
is,
also
funk
like
rock and shit.
the sort of elders of that
Yeah.
genre, you know?
Mm.
All right, now look it up because this is the most ridiculous list you'll ever see of all time. Go on that.
What?
No, top. Right. That. Look how fucking ridiculous this list is.
should we all do one? Because the people at home can't see this, right?
No, we'll go through it.
Should we start
Alright,
from
make
10?
it bigger.
What is
Make
it?
it
What's it
bigger.
in order of?
So that's the top
How
one.
many-
Make it bigger. Right, so
Wow.
number 1, Believer by Imagine Dragons.
Isn't Imagine Dragons that like
Well,
tech rock sort of?
fuck, mate, you're getting fired, cunt. Honestly.
It's slow. That's what's happening.
Disable your ad block if you go.
Just go allow, and
Well.
it'll maybe work. I don't know.
And I go up the top right to that little stop sign. Click on that. And then go pause on this side. And then refresh. Used to work in IT.
The thing that gets me with this is like it's a Billboard thing. So isn't it just going to be songs that have charted?
Well, yeah, I guess I have
Yeah,
to.
but
This-
the Billboard have their own rock chart, so it could be any rock band that would chart. Which
But
is
I guess
what,
you're already
which is
putting-
my argument,
but I
because
guess-
All of these songs have been played on the radio a ridiculous amount of times.
Well, if it's charted, that's the thing. But there's probably killer rock songs which aren't
yeah,
charts.
that's what I mean. Look,
Sorry, they don't. hit
right. So
charts.
Believer,
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
Dragons, Thunder, Imagine Dragons. Do you want to get another fucking? Get your phone out.
I know that song. Radioactive.
Yeah, Thunder.
I hate that
That
song.
literally goes thunder, and then the next part is thunder, da da thunder, da, thunder. That isn't rock.
But they must put so many.
Someone
cunts
get your
under-
phone out and listen to that song. Robin, just play it on your phone right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck it.
Yeah, but I want you to
I'm
listen
sure
to it.
everyone does.
I want you to listen to it and then think that it's number 2 on the rock charts.
But what I imagine has happened is that like when if you upload a song to DistroKid or something, you have to select like your genre, and if you're like this weird sort of, you're like, am I funk?
Well,
I'm not
apparently-
rock. I'm not fucking Led Zeppelin. I'm not Metallica.
You probably reach more people if you pick rock instead of alternative
Holy shit, 1.3
indie fucking.
billion views. That is big numbers. Oh, cheap little product placement. Look, I can see why they must be making some bank, boy.
How is that rock?
Sounds like Lord. There's not even drums in it.
And for starters, anyone who claims to be
You
rock
rapping?
isn't doing this.
20 million subscribers. Man, I had no idea these guys were so big. Yeah, that's...
How is that rock?
It's got an electric guitar, dude.
Yeah.
Get real. It's rock.
It's
No.
not though. That's a synth. That's just like one long synth key. Dong.
It's the same thing with like.
That's fucking bullshit. That is not
Weird.
rock.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yet that's number 2 on the rock of the decade as well. To think that
So
only
this
came
must
out.
be the ones that have charted for the longest, right?
Panic at the Disco. I got high hopes for a living. Dumb. 21 Pilots are probably the only band on there that I'd go.
Yeah. Shut up and dance.
Like Portugal the Man. Like
21 Who's Portugal the Man?
he did. What's that song he did? 19. Fuck, he had that massive hit. Portugal the Man. Robin, YouTube.
You sing it for us.
Yeah, I'm liking these little previews.
Show us why it's in the charts.
Fuck, how does it actually go? Since 96 or some shit. He says like a number in it.
Because is Imagine Dragons a band?
Yeah, I think so. Aren't they like?
I think it's
It's funny
Felix
because
Still.
if they I
Feel
would
it
imagine.
still,
I thought
yeah.
that they were a band. I remember hearing the name Imagine Dragons, but I just thought
This song's Portugal the Man.
because for a rock band, if they are a rock band,
Yeah.
you certainly don't see anyone playing any instruments at all. In the,
Yeah.
Right.
I've been doing this since 1996.
yeah, like how
It's
do
a
you,
lot of like. It sounds like a lot of electronic sort of production.
It's like
With all this.
almost. It's like a poppy indie influence. Yeah, I feel like the criteria for rock is you have to have some chugga chugga guitar, or at least like a fucking drummer that's holding
yeah,
it down.
heavy
you know what I mean?
drums.
Like,
That's
you
why-
could have, like, no guitar if you had just a mad drummer.
Yeah, that's why
Or if you just
21
had a
Pilots.
good...
That's why 21 Pilots is the only band in that whole thing that I'd say. Because if you look up Heathens by 21 Pilots, that's not that bad.
Oh, hey, with the Lumineers.
I can't think of what song that is.
That's not bad. I think.
There's some serious views, though. 269 million.
I know, eh?
Man, the YouTube revenue of that shit.
How much do you reckon? How much would you be making off that?
Well, they say on, like, a good day, if you're watching it all the way through, you'd get about a $3 CPM, so $3 per 1,000 views. So, you know.
This.
Yeah, but this has got
See, this is probably the.
I'd say it's closer
Yeah.
to rock.
This is, and the chorus is. You've been on me.
That shit is so indie though. People can't hear it, but the whole hey, like the
Yeah.
whole hey fucking chant, that is in every indie.
I thought that was fucking.
Triple J is like, if you want to get on Triple J, just put a gang chant of cunts going hey,
Yeah.
or, whoa,
Yeah.
or the millennial group.
And that
Have you
shut
ever-
up and dance. Shut up and no, fucking how's that go?
Oh. Man, I feel so out of touch. Maybe because this is the rock charts, though, but I don't recognize
Neither
anybody.
do I.
Can you go to the top 10 hip hop of the decade charts? Let's keep it charts, so then we can at least
Go,
because I don't want
yeah,
someone's
just-
opinion. Let's just see what
just-
fucking did the
Yeah,
best.
do Billboard.
It's gonna be obviously
Top 10
Lil
hip-hop.
Nas is gonna be there. Drake's gonna be there.
I reckon Lil Nas will probably be first.
He will. It was the biggest. He beat
But
Eminem
then
in that
would
record,
not-
didn't he?
But then wouldn't he
Wasn't
not
it-
be under country though? Because wasn't that the whole
No,
upset?
he was under country, and they took him off country and put him on
Yeah,
hip
but that's
hop.
what I mean. But then when he got
Billy
no, they
Ray
put him on hip hop. But then
Cyrus.
when he got Billy Ray Cyrus, he went back to country.
Right, but I think that original one was still like
Yeah.
because he beat
Post Malone would be on there.
he
Rockstar.
beat fucking Eminem for the longest held song at number 1. Lose Yourself was the number 1 held song for fucking.
Is this it?
Robin
This
Thicke?
is-
Thrift shop.
Hot.
That's fair. That's
Duh.
fair. I'd say
Plus, it's R&B and hip hop.
it's not about what we like.
That's what
It's
I
a bit
like. Bruno
shy.
Mars. What's that one?
Look, you know what was so fucking big about Thrift Shop though? It was what's called a sleeper hit, where it became like absolutely viral with absolutely no label backing
This is-
or basically any budget. It was like the essence of the word viral. People just spread
Yeah.
it and spread it.
Sicko Mode, One Dance, yeah, Rockstar.
Sicko
Blah,
Mode
blah.
is obviously massive.
The Hills by Weekend is a dope song. But again, I wouldn't put half of these into hip hop.
I wouldn't
Why would
think
The Weeknd be
Rockstar
hip
would be
hop?
Post Malone's biggest song.
Blurred Lines, how is that hip hop?
Good girl.
It's pop.
That's that song.
Yeah, but
right?
it also
Yeah.
said this is the R&B
Bloodlines.
hip hop.
Oh, does it?
So
Know you want it.
Oh, yeah.
Go down. What was the rest on there? So we got. Now, let's go
Why
for the
are
top.
they-
Let's read it out because people can't see this. So
Okay, right.
number 1 by your boy Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. Thrift Shop. Number 2, Bruno Mars. See, I'd put that more in
Yeah,
pop.
that's what I like.
I fuck with
Well,
Bruno
how
Mars.
does
I
that
reckon
song
Bruno
go?
Mars is a killer songwriter, but he's not hip hop.
His song that he brought out that sounded like The Police.
Oh yeah,
That was a fucking banger.
yeah. Blurred Lines. Bruno Mars is actually like a really, really good super producer. Like the
Yeah.
dude and him and another guy started this like songwriting team, and he writes all of his own music. That's why I like him because he's like he is very fucking talented, but he writes like all of his
Yeah.
own music and he writes music for other people. And anyone that does that, I'm like, you're an artist.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I don't like it. If your music's commercialized, writes a catchy fucking song. Boy can sing.
Sunflower.
I don't even know. What song it is.
Sunflower singing at number 4. You're my sunflower.
Was that apparently this was part of the Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, it's Post Malone and that's
Sweet.
pretty much all.
The Weekend, The Hills, in the hills on the weekend. I don't know how the song goes.
That one's
Alright. Who's gonna do rock?
that
song?
one's the car crash.
I've been popping billies, but I feel just like a rock star.
That was pretty good.
That was spot on.
I need a one
One
dance.
dance.
Sicko Mode. Yeah.
Wow.
Sicko Mode.
Something like a light.
That's the
Happy?
one. Like
That
a
was-
light. Like a
I
light.
think- Yeah.
Like a light. Like a
13
light.
hours to that man. God's
Happy.
Plan, of course, that's in there.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, Fetty Wap.
Trap Queen.
I never
Fuck,
listened
what
to enough
was that
Fetty
song?
Wap, man.
That Trap Queen song was a banger.
I'm a trap queen, only on the weekends.
Robin, Google that Fetty Wap Trap Queen. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm saying give me a job because they are clearly not doing theirs.
You go for it.
And I also feel like, right?
You know, you're
in
gonna
this-
make your own.
Yeah, I know it's charts, but in this day and age, right? Why is hip hop and R&B combined? Hip hop is the biggest genre in the world right
But
now.
let me ask
and
you a
R&B
question.
is the second biggest.
Let me ask
genre.
you a question though, Mr. Ildoc. How do you separate R&B and hip hop?
If it's majority singing,
You reckon?
yeah. This
What if he's sing rapping?
tune?
How many R&B songs have multiple rapping verses in them though?
But can't you rap and sing at the same time?
Well, he's got no eye.
Why not open that?
I
Fetty
know,
Wap?
no. Yeah. I think, right, so for me, if it's a song where it's 2 verses of rapping and say all the choruses are singing and a verse of singing or whatever, that to me classifies as a hip hop song because it's majority rap.
Yeah, but
If it's the other way around and you have a feature verse, just because T.I.'s in Blurred Lines doesn't make it a hip hop track. It makes it an R&B track with a rapper.
But
Yeah.
as the pun might say, you know, the lines do get blurred when you...
Isn't that Blurred Lines about fucking roofing someone or some shit?
Well, I'm sure it is. Naturally.
Anyway,
You know
what
you
else?
want it.
Yeah, basically. Right, what else we got on there?
That was the Miley Cyrus song. Hey, the twerking episode.
Can't Be Friends, Trey Songz, Alicia Keys, Macklemore, Miguel.
What happened to Macklemore? That can't just.
Well, basically, there's more R&B artists in this than rappers.
But you know what I reckon? I reckon most of these
Where's
cunts
Kendrick?
uploaded. Here's my theory.
Where's Humble? Like, how is Humble not in the
I
top
actually
15?
got a theory. I reckon that most of these artists will upload their music as hip hop as a genre because you can't. If you uploaded it, no, they're not gonna go. No, sorry, your song. It's this. It's just gonna be like if you upload your song to DistroKid, which is what we artists upload our
Deuces,
shit
boy?
to. We
No, go on,
Yeah,
go on.
so what would be the criteria that they have? Like,
No,
that
you don't have. You can just select your own genre, and the
Humble.
reason I reckon that they did that is because hip hop is the most popular genre of this decade.
Yeah.
And you think about it, it's like they probably don't even know what they are, but they would like to be perceived as part of that cool hip hop crowd with Drake and fucking everybody, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's the most popular genre. Who's talked about R&B at all ever, you know? And that I would actually put my money on that's an active decision of going, we want to be classed as hip hop.
Yeah.
And maybe it gets people talking because we're fucking talking about it.
I suppose that's why R&B songs have always featured rappers as well. So it's like,
Back to this, right? Kendrick Lamar, arguably one of the biggest. So say Drake's the biggest hip hop artist. Then you got maybe Kanye. Then you probably put Kendrick and then maybe J. Cole. In terms of like hits, charting, fucking award, like, you know, J. Cole with platinum album, all that sort of bullshit, sales and everything. How is Kendrick Lamar Humble only number 43 when that whole album was in the Billboard Top 100 for like fucking months? The whole album, every single song off that album was in the Top 100.
Maybe the chart algorithm picks a whole bunch of different things as well. Because, like, for example, fucking, like, your iTunes chart, that's not just based off sales. It's also based off, like, it does a combination of,
It's like trending sort of.
Yeah, exactly. If they notice heaps of people will go and look at it, I think that
Is
does
that
count.
is that how everyone gets number one on a release day?
Probably. I tell you what, every artist buys their own album.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times I see people posting, like, oh, my album's just released and I can see that they
Purchase.
purchased their own. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
bought your own album. I get why they do it. Like, you know, it's a nice accolade to have.
I like that Lotus Flower Bomb made it into the top, like, number 50.
And people just, I think people respect that accolade of like, you can't really base it on much else, you know what I mean? Like, for the random person to understand, you know what I mean? Like, sounds good being like, yeah, we charted.
Yeah.
We're in the charts. We're in the charts, baby.
Fucking
DJ
DJ Khaled. The most
Oh, yeah.
bullshit dude in the world.
What do you mean? You don't fuck with the Khaled?
Nah.
I
I
love it, bro.
just think his whole job
think he's a genius.
His whole job is to basically pair people up.
Yeah.
And I just don't see how that is enough to get him the recognition that he gets.
But you know what? So was like I'm not gonna be the ultimate defender of DJ Khaled, but you know who also did that? Dre. Dre was super known for getting some of the best studio musicians together and just going, oh, do that, play that again. Oh, how about you do something
and then
like
take
this?
the credit as a producer.
Yeah, because to be fair, you're bringing them all together
Yeah.
and conducting them to do things. I feel like that is in somewhat the essence of a role of a producer.
So does
the best thing you can do is go like, was it Rick Rubin that got Run DMC and
Aerosmith?
Yeah. He was the one that did the whole first Collision Course thing, and that was like this big thing, and that I guess never would have ever happened.
I heard a thing about Rick Rubin as well, that apparently a lot of the sessions he wasn't there behind the boards or that. He would just stop in for like an hour at a time and just stand there and just sort of
make sure it's a
change this around, add this here, maybe do this, and then go.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I reckon.
I just don't how. So what would give DJ Khaled, right? Because he's not a producer. Like, he doesn't produce his beats, does he?
I don't think so.
So he will buy a beat and then he'll go, right,
Well,
this will sound sick with Drake and Lil Wayne on it. So he'll pay Drake for a verse, pay Lil Wayne for a verse, the verses will come back, he'll probably mix them, and then maybe do a master.
Probably wouldn't. I don't think he probably would.
Yeah.
I think he would.
But,
I don't think he would buy the beat. I reckon he would probably get beats made for him.
Yeah,
or
true.
pick samples.
Like, you know,
So
there's
why-
probably heaps of ghost producers which just want, 20% or something like that. There would be so many of those, and there are, like, especially in that echelon of artists. There are so many dudes, like songwriters, that would have contributed to Hotline Bling and shit, which you would never, ever know. And, like, their contribution may be so small, but, like...
So why can he put his name on it, though?
Well, he did it. It's all voluntary in the end. He's like, hey, I want to buy your shit. Or
And if he buys
if I'm
it,
gonna,
he owns it, so.
if I was gonna pay
true.
Ildoc and Blurbs to literally make me a beat for me, and I told you I'm making it for me, but I'm gonna pay you, and you agreed to do it, who cares, It's not like he made it though, but I just think his social media.
I thought he was going to follow with, I'd never do it, but you know what I mean.
But like, fuck. I just think he's a fucking. I think the fact that he became such a like divisive figure, and everyone like the whole joke, it became a meme. Like the DJ, what's your favorite lyric by
Another
DJ Khaled?
one.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah. Another one.
Yeah, and it's like, but like it was clever, and he played it. He played that that persona. Because he was a DJ a lot.
It was
weird.
He was because he was
a pretty
around
successful,
for fucking ages.
and he was like in the scene for like 10 years.
Yeah, and then just disappeared completely and then came back. It was almost like he just figured out that he didn't need to do anything and he could use what he already had to get into the charts.
I reckon he just thought, I'm gonna... he probably was... who knows? He probably was already like that. I reckon he just thought, I'm gonna go 100% larger than life with this personality thing. Because I think you have to kind of be to get people to listen to you nowadays. You know what I mean? I wish it wasn't always that way, but like... Yeah. The fact is, we're talking about DJ Khaled right now, and so many people are, all because of this.
Yeah, true.
If he just made music and he was a producer and he never screamed his name, no one would give a shit. You know what I mean? He'd just be another producer.
Yeah.
But, you have to kind of take something weird about it and go, like, like it's same with like Gucci Gang. The song was so famous because it was such a simple song, and he knew people would hate it because of that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend it was like some grand master plan. I'm going to make a song, but he definitely thought it will get people talking, I reckon. And I think that's a huge element in creating, like if you were a label like Universal, what you're looking for is attention. I don't think you're looking for musical talent. You're looking for people that are going to bring eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For good or bad. Yeah. Justin Bieber had the most eyes in the world, you know what I mean? And he had the most disliked video, but it made it more valuable because of that.
Yeah.
Plus, nowadays you see videos, the first time you see them isn't necessarily on YouTube, it's on Facebook or something. So if something
and the
takes
video
off, it goes
is like
viral.
so much more of an important aspect of it nowadays. Like it used to be something to complement it. Now it is the marketing mechanism for the music. You know what I mean? It 100% is like that.
Yeah. If you don't have videos, then you're kind of screwed, really.
You kind of are.
To get the recognition anyway.
Gary Vee said that if you're not doing video, you're gonna get left behind. You know what I mean? And I fucking hate doing video, bro. Like being in front of the camera. Like I film and stuff and I enjoy that, but I hate being in front of it. Like, but it's so important nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We live in a world where people expect to have video after video fed to them constantly.
Yeah.
And it's like, why the fuck would I ever click on your SoundCloud link? It's like, how
Yeah.
dare you nowadays?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
how dare you expect me to wait for that link
Yeah,
to load
yeah,
and click and wait?
Yeah, I struggle with
My attention
SoundCloud.
span is valuable.
Yeah, I struggle with SoundCloud. Like, I'm the same as you. Like,
Have you been on it?
nah,
Exactly.
I don't use it. I used it when I first started releasing music, and even then, it would have been for fucking maybe 6 months, and I released fuck all on it.
I always like to say everyone, all the the listens on SoundCloud are from other rappers. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
rappers listening to other rappers. It's like a big fucking circle jerk of rappers
Yeah.
just fucking going for it.
Yeah.
Gangwanging
Basically,
and just
yeah.
going for
And
it.
they're all simultaneously on Instagram posting on
Yeah.
famous people's posts going, I know you're probably not going to read this, but I'm an aspiring rapper who's
Yeah.
just dropped
Yeah.
a new mixtape.
Like no disrespect intended. I have a SoundCloud. I'm not trying to
Yeah, yeah,
act
yeah.
like, oh fucking yo, you have a SoundCloud. Like I'm just trying to say that the room for expansion on SoundCloud is so small. You know what I mean? It's so
I did
hard to
see-
hack that algorithm to get shown by so
I
many
did see
people.
that
you know what I mean?
I got like a notification saying, "Oh, you're now eligible for fucking monetizing
Yeah.
like your shit." So,
So
I
you've got
don't know
enough
how that
views.
works.
Because you
but
got enough views. That's why.
So, do you know how much you'd earn?
Well, earn
Off
off
a
it? I
play?
don't know. I think it all depends on how many ads you can put in. It's like YouTube. You can put ads throughout your video if you want and make more. You can have you see it on YouTube. You watch 2 ads now. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I
It's
hate
like,
that
how
shit.
dare you?
It's
No.
so
How'd
annoying.
you qualify for that though? It's like how'd you make money from adverts? How'd you put ads in there? Obviously,
You have to get to a certain
some,
point because otherwise everyone would just upload just jack
Just
shit.
ads, just a video
you
of
just
ads.
you just literally like put clickbait. Everyone
Yeah,
would just start
yeah.
an account, put a clickbait title, fucking
Yeah,
Drake
true.
kisses a baby, and then it would be like fucking, but that's it, and then they'll just run 4 ads at the start, and people would wait
Yeah.
to see it, and then
Yeah.
they'd realize, and then they'll go, this platform sucks, and then
Yeah.
they'll never go on YouTube.
Do
I think you
reckon
have to have 1,000 subscribers. I think.
To start earning money, eh?
Yeah, and 100,000 views on your channel. I think I could be completely wrong. I'm trying to just remember that, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it is about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like,
it's 10 past 5, by the way.
what's that?
It's 10 past 5, so I was like,
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. We'll run it. But fucking yeah, man. Like, I mean, you hear about cunts making shitloads of money off like YouTube and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
Complete is one of those dudes, man. He makes good money off YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just about getting people, like, if you can get people to watch, like, for example, I learned this the other day. This is a massive thing that I learned. Like, the 2 most important things for YouTube that you can have is your click-through rate. Like, as in, it does a combination of your click-through rate and how long people watch. If you can have a lot of people click through and a lot of people watch to the end, it basically goes, that's good content, and recommends it to a lot of people.
So when you say click through, does that mean like they
It
want to
gets
see
recommended.
what's in the video?
No.
Oh.
So if it gets recommended and you click on it,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does a
okay.
combination of that and how long they
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it for after clicking through, and that determines the quality score of it. And so with that in mind, that's actually like super valuable information, because then you can it means your thumbnail is super important, and
Yeah.
people change their thumbnail
And
all the
that's
time in a
why-
video to test it.
That's why I think we spoke about this actually
Yeah.
before we started the podcast. But that's why Joe Rogan has Joe Rogan Experience highlights,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan main page, so
And the
everything's
clips, yeah.
fucking all linked together. So every recommended video and the
It's
next
just
5
you get
are
sucked
Joe
into the Joe
Rogans,
Rogan
yeah.
world, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Down the
it's
rabbit
good
hole.
like that.
Yeah,
Because you can, and also people will watch a clip and then that, like a highlight clip, and then they go, "Oh, that's cool. Let's watch the full podcast." You
Yeah,
know, and it
yeah.
becomes almost an advertising mechanism for the main channel as well.
yeah.
Man, I'd love to know what he would make off his fucking.
Oh, bro,
I'd love to get those numbers.
Yeah, he must make a fucking. Well, he obviously makes a killing, but
H3 have said roughly how much they make on some, and I think it's only like up like $8,000 or something for a good video.
for one video.
One video.
Wow, that's
But
still
some-
good.
Yeah.
US as well.
That's like not that. Like probably not.
Well, yeah, they're
half
probably.
the amount of views that they would normally get.
Yeah, because they were the
Yeah.
ones. That's the one where I heard that they were saying like what they would average, because how much you get paid for the ad also determines on how long people will watch the video, because then it rates it as a good experience or whatever for YouTube. But they were saying if you get a good video where people watch through, they'll earn like $3-4 per 1,000 views,
Yeah.
which is actually quite a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if you're getting
Especially-
200,000
Yeah, I was going to
views,
say, yeah, once you start hitting the hundreds of thousands, then you're making, at least, well, say you get 100,000, you're getting $1 or $2 per 1,000.
Mm.
What's that? $20.
Well, if it's
That
300,
wasn't
you
as
get like
much as I
600. You
thought.
get like if you're making $3 per 1,000 views, and let's say you got 500,000 views,
Yeah,
that would be
$500.
$1,500 because $3
Yeah.
per
Oh,
1,000.
yeah, true. Yeah.
So, but for one video, and then if you put advertisements, like you could add the shit out of it as well.
do different ads pay differently?
I'm sure. Yeah, if you put more ads through, like you know those cunts that have like I don't know because I have ad blocks. I fucking hate watching YouTube with ads, but like you see people that have like the ads just scattered in their videos, and every 20 seconds it's like another ad. That dude would be making heaps if people watch it. But that's the thing is if most people realize though if you just cram ads on people, they just get turned off. You know?
Yeah,
Doesn't give them a good, experience with your thing. Is like every 30 seconds they have to stop and listen to an ad for DD.
Yeah, fucking
So
hate that
average $7.60 per 1,000 ad views.
Oh, see, that's good.
Means you get
Oh,
about
ad views,
$4 for every 1,000 views of ads shown on your video. So pretty much you're getting $4 for 1,000 views.
So 100,
If you've got ads.
100,400.
For about 500,000 views. $2,000. That's just off ads, I think. If I watched that correctly. Probably didn't, but.
Wait, what?
Things about
$2,000.
That's just for 500,000.
Oh, yeah.
That's just off ads as well. Just off one ad.
But there's also so many people that would view it with ad blocks, so they wouldn't get paid. Because like you think of like if you got 1 million views, not every person has watched an ad on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the amount of people that watch it on desktop. Because YouTube knows this too. YouTube's just trying to get everyone to go mobile nowadays because there's no ad block on mobile, or at least I don't think there is. But
What happens if you do that thing where you go to the eye on the ad and you click that and you can report the ad and then it'll skip through them, even if there's 2 of them. If you
Really?
do that, it'll go straight to the video.
that's some knowledge right there.
So yeah, I do it all the time. Once I found it out,
So it's like, this guy's a snitch, just reporting all the ads.
no shit.
No.
But
No, that's clever.
would that then take away the ad view?
Probably. Because I know if you click on the ad, it pays you more. So if I watch your video and it advertises something and I click and go to the advertiser site, that you get more money. You get a premium for that.
Google keeps 45% of what you make.
Google.
Yeah.
Dog counts.
45%.
That's like Apple. When you sell shit on Apple, they keep fucking percentages.
Big platform though. I mean, YouTube is free. You can upload like 1 million hours of footage though for nothing.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool. YouTube is a beast.
Yeah, so $9.90 per 1,000 views. That's just on your video. So you add that and your ad. So it's probably
So, yeah.
it'd be about $5,000 or something like that, maybe.
100,000 views, you're getting like $1,000.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Thing is, if you can have those 2 channels too doing that, and and you can double that, and there's always it's scalable though. That's the thing. It's like getting paid that money for sitting at home.
Yeah.
Well, not everything's sitting at home, but you know what I mean. Like fucking.
Oh, well, someone like Joe Rogan to talk to interesting people and then go release a video with fucking, I don't know, Elon Musk where he smokes a fucking joint and then that all of a sudden
Crashes
blows up.
Teslas,
Yeah,
like,
and he gets
stock
fucking
price.
like... That video alone's probably got fucking multiple millions. I'd say it's at least
Yeah,
over
it's the most
fucking
it's the most
5
viewed
mil.
one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the most viewed on Rogan. I think
Oh, there you
it's
go.
30 million now, or 27. It was when I
So
watched
on
it.
those stats, 30 million. So he's probably earned fucking maybe 50 grand off that video.
Yeah, probably more than that. Yeah.
More than that. What's this? Powerful JRE. Is that what his channel's
That's
called?
what it's called. Yeah.
I never knew that. Has it always been called that?
Yeah.
And look how many subscribers he's got. So surely he would be getting like
That's
an
gone up
annual...
quick.
Surely he'd be getting some kind of annual fucking payment purely for bringing 8 million people to YouTube every
His
year.
payment is his ad revenue.
That's fucked. Like.
But man, you look at like PewDiePie and shit.
Yeah,
That
true.
dude, what does he have? Like 100 million or some shit?
Yeah, it is.
Well, him and that other
Yeah.
bloke were fighting,
Like
you know?
him. Imagine his bad day. He'd be like, that just puts it into perspective. He'd be like going to his missus like, "Fuck, I only did like 10 million views today. It's fucking shit."
Yeah.
He's got one Dan Bilzerian. Didn't know that.
Look
Damn,
up,
that
Yeah,
cunt.
that one's pretty good because they talk about like how he
So who's
how
the
he gets
top?
all the girls and shit, and
Alex
apparently he
Jones.
doesn't like pay.
Elon Musk
Doesn't
Ben
pay anyone
Shapiro,
for him.
Dan Bilzerian.
28 million. On Elon Musk.
Fuck.
I love how Alex Jones is like the second top one. That's sick. The intergalactic pedophiles.
The frogs are gay.
Yeah.
Globalists.
That Ben
mobilising
Shapiro, I
against
watched the
the
video
masses.
yesterday. That Ben Shapiro like crushing someone's like argument.
Shit, Steve-O's up there.
Steve-O does have a good one. Yeah, I did.
Fuck Kevin Hart though.
Kevin Hart. I love Kevin Hart. You didn't like his podcast?
No.
I love Kevin Hart. I
I
got
started
a
watching-
man crush on Kevin Hart.
Oh, of course you fucking do.
Jordan
It's all about discipline. Getting up at 4 o'clock every morning. And
Yeah.
He did
fucking-
say his New
That's
Year's
where I
resolution
got it
was
from, bro.
discipline.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that shit. Work hard, hustle hard. Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, he'd be fucking laughing at this point.
Have you watched his documentary?
Who's?
Kevin Hart
Nah.
on Netflix?
Dude, I haven't. But speaking of Netflix, I watched this the other day. Have you watched the Don't Fuck With Cats?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I've not watched it because my
So
missus doesn't want to watch
crazy.
it.
Ah,
And
well,
I fucking this is gonna annoy me.
I
but-
wish we could have just live streamed this and watched that for like,
Yeah.
bro, awesome story, awesome. Like obviously not like what happened, but I guess
Yeah.
incredible fucking story.
So
like,
hectic.
I know
like the fact that
roughly what
happened.
happens.
Yeah, I wish I could talk to you about it.
No, well I know roughly what happens. He kills 2 kittens in a bag,
Mm-hmm.
and then he kills his best mate and like wanks himself off with his best mate's arm. And shit. That's what someone told
Yes,
me.
that's exactly what happened.
That's what someone told me.
He doesn't wank himself off.
Spoiler alert too for other people.
Oh yeah, well,
Well,
yeah, true. But I've not even seen it.
Ruined it for everyone.
Well, obviously he's not wanking himself off with someone's arm.
Nah, what the fuck did you hear?
A bloke at work told me that he kills his best mate or some shit.
Good stitch up that one.
Kills his best mate, chops him up, and then uses his best mate's arm and like hand or whatever to like wank himself off.
I don't
Is
think
that a
that. I don't
stitch-up?
think that was in there, dude.
Nah,
So that's
missed
so
that
that's
bit.
a stitch up.
Did you watch that like the remake on Pornhub? Or?
That's the extras.
Yeah, I know.
You know how they do
Triple
all
X
those
parody.
like Pornhub catches up with all the popular movies. Like
Yeah,
they figured that
the
out. Like,
Triple X parodies.
people, oh man, it works. Like there are dudes that make fuckloads of money.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when Avengers comes out, they'll make an Avengers porn.
Yeah,
And
fucking
like,
oath.
and like, but can't search it. Bro,
I wonder
bro,
how
like,
much money.
Fortnite was one of the sorry to interrupt. Fortnite was one of the biggest fucking
Yeah.
search terms on
Yeah.
Pornhub in like was it 2017 or
Yeah.
some shit, whenever the fuck it was.
Rick and Morty.
2018.
Apex Legends was on there.
Full episodes on.
Legit,
That's
Apex
so weird.
Legends was like the 5th for this year or last year.
And you had people in, like-
T5K.
Terrible makeup and shit, dressed up as
Just getting
Pokemon or
fucking
something. like-
drilled, just like just wearing a
Oh,
Grinch
man.
outfit, and it's like, yeah, I guess
Just
that's
some
like watching
bitch
the movie.
going, oh, Pika, Pika.
Fucking hell.
Gross.
That
There's
is
full
cool.
episodes of Rick and Morty on Pornhub.
Full episodes.
Full episode, like the actual episode.
Only Rick's getting dicked down by Morty. Gross. That's a kid and an old
But
man.
you couldn't find it anywhere except there.
There's a lot of not porn on Pornhub too.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of cunts were putting up like music videos and
Yeah,
shit.
like that became their own thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking Australian rapper fucking bends over this whole scene or some shit. I was like,
Yeah.
stupid.
Bends over the whole scene.
Without, I don't want to.
Perth City Cypher 3 and it's just 5
Perth City
bitches
Cypher.
getting fucked.
Perth City cum cypher.
Oh, man.
I'm not surprised if that would be
Featuring
on there.
Bitter Laqueef.
Just have parodies of everyone's name.
Yeah. Complete. Oh,
Hilltop
stop
clit
that.
hoods. Clit top hoods.
Oh, man. Oh,
Spunk whores.
fuck. Oh,
You
shit.
could go forever with that.
Yeah,
No
shit,
disrespect.
Yeah.
Sorry, Charles.
Yeah. Fuck.
Fuck.
I'm thinking of other ones now.
That's got me
What?
back in my
What do you got?
brain.
Thinking of other names.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm just gonna stop. I was trying to think of one for Seth Century and I couldn't think of anything. Yeah.
We're all sitting here going,
Yeah.
Jizz and Esso.
jizz and S. Holy shit. We're going to just get like fucking dissed hard now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
We'll
Well,
know
it's
when
been
you will.
yeah. It's been fun, man.
Yeah, man. It's been good. And are you kicking me out now or?
Nah, I was gonna do like, oh, it's been fun, but that's the end of the podcast kind of thing.
We ended 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, because we've just completely shat on our career. Complete's never gonna come on there now. I called him Complete. No, it's all fun and games, you know. Oh, fuck. Am I hot? Is it hot or am I just hot?
Your air conditioner wasn't working.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
sitting
turned it
here
off.
Sweating.
Yeah, I turned it off because it's loud as fuck.
We probably could have opened that.
I'm pretty sure people would rather hear a
Yeah.
than just see this glistening,
Yeah.
moist boy over here.
Moist boy.
I know.
That's a good name.
No, it's
Some
alright.
people might be into that.
Yeah, you
A
don't know.
moist Uncle Sam. Uncool Sam.
That's right. Let me ask you a question, Ildoc and Blebs.
Okay, go on.
If you could have one person, one Australian person, a celebrity, a rapper, anybody on this podcast tomorrow, who would it be?
Oh,
That's very
I've got my answer straight up.
Has to be
Yeah.
Australian.
I'm gonna say.
Oh,
I don't know why I just
Scott
put that
Morrison.
arbitrary rules.
Scott Morrison.
Yeah.
You know what? Why not?
Fuck, that actually would be very good.
Otherwise, I'd say
Scott,
Mantra.
smoke
but-
this
Yeah,
fucking
well,
bong.
No, yeah, that is actually very good. Like, that's a good thought. I was thinking more so. I was going to say Solo from Horror Show.
Of course you would.
Like if it was
Probably
rappers,
'cause I'd
I'd say
suck his
Mantra.
dick.
But
Is
just
that-
for
oh
the
my God,
sake of
how are you so good?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking.
Whatever you
Oh,
do, tell me how you do it. That's a good question, but I think Scott Morrison would definitely be a fucking good conversation to have.
just
Would it?
Although-
Would it?
But
although
Would
when
it
feel
just
like-
be full of rhetoric? Like, now, in regards to the particulars of
Yeah,
those potential
true.
situations, you'll have to regard to the ideal report
Yeah.
is issued by the federal government on that.
Yeah.
But if he
And
had
you'd be
to
like, "Dude,
come
just
on
answer the
here,
question."
You just
and
have some
yeah,
dude sat next to him going, "This is authorised by the state government of Canberra."
Fuck.
Oh.
I want to know who that dude is that says that super quick. Authorised by the Australian government, Canberra.
he's loaded, you'd reckon.
Oh, bro, you probably leased it.
You reckon?
You probably leased that out. I don't know.
He was just some bloke who did it in his bedroom.
You
trying
know
to
the
make
dude-
a career.
The dude that fucking he trademarked the "Let's get ready to rumble." He gets like an inordinate amount of money every time that gets said live on TV.
Who? Bruce Buffer.
Is that the guy that does it? I don't know his name.
I know there's
The
two
US
brothers, Bruce.
Yeah.
and
Whoever was
something else.
the originator, or whatever. They apparently they trademarked that phrase,
Wow.
and they ended up not using it in a lot of things because it was so expensive. So they tried to like come up with alternatives and all that sort of shit. But weird shit that you can trademark.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole Wog Boy thing.
Pardon?
Wog has been trademarked.
Oh, I thought you said Log Boy. I was like, what the
There was a show-
fuck?
That reminds me. Shout out to John, but my uncle hit me up about going to fucking Bob Log. He sent me a video for this dude called Bob Log the Third, and I'd never heard of him.
Well, it
And
looks
then
like Dave
fucking,
Hughes.
it was last
Oh,
night,
that
and I couldn't
guy.
even go. I had work, so sorry, John. I couldn't make it,
Yeah.
but I appreciate you
Gianopoulos.
sending
Bob Log
sending it out.
the Third.
Fully sick.
Yeah, Bob Log the Third. He wears a fucking motorbike helmet, but it's pretty cool. He plays it. He's like a one man band, and I think he just plays like guitar and has like one of those sit on fucking drum.
Oh,
Things?
the fucking.
So
So-
that's the Log Boy. This is the Wog Boy.
Who the fuck's this though?
Who's the
It was
logger
a
boy?
show.
It's a
Oh,
movie.
fully
eh?
sick.
Old movie that came out in like early thousands, I think.
Yeah, something like
What's his name? Nick Goodlink.
Nick Giannopoulos.
Nick Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
that. He's in Underbelly, I think.
He's in Chopper as well, eh?
Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Chopper. Classic.
Don't even think I've seen it though.
You haven't seen Chopper?
I don't think I have. No, I
dog.
know that.
That's, you know what?
No, I know
There's
that
a million movies that I haven't seen that people would probably like kick me in the teeth.
I know
if
that
they had
I've.
that
I
out.
know that I've seen it. Like I remember, there's a scene where he kills someone outside of the pub. There's a
Oh,
scene
yeah.
where he's in a pub.
Yeah.
Is that not in it?
No,
There's a scene where he
I just
gets
love the
wanked.
specifics.
There's a
There's a scene where he's in a pub.
Yeah, the scene. Apparently, he wanks himself off with his best mate's hand.
Of course you remember the scene in the pub where he gets his fucking dick out.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't remember that bit. I was too busy ejaculating. Strange. This got weird. What are we fucking talking about?
Well, you were ending it, but then.
Oh, that's right.
But you,
Shall I
so
end it? You've got to
you
go,
didn't
don't
really
you?
answer my question though, did you? With who you could have in the podcast. You kind of said Solar, but then you kind of backfooted on it.
No.
He said ScoMo. I like that answer.
Yeah, I would go. Oh fuck.
And this is the thing. I didn't even say it had to be an artist. You just went straight for it. If you could have anybody, He picked the bloody Prime Minister. Get Tony in. Tony Abbott.
Get them all
Just
in.
get them all in here.
Get
and burn
fucking
the place
Johnny
down.
Howard in
I
here.
actually don't know. I want someone who's lived an interesting life.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Or like,
He's a good boy.
no, I got it. Purely because she's hot as fuck. Margot Robbie.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah.
That would.
What
be,
would you do? You just sit here staring at her
Yeah,
like
true.
a creep.
Yeah, it would be a bit.
It'd
awkward,
be
yeah.
much like a casting couch.
Yeah.
But
You would sit here next to her, just push her. Like, sorry, you can't sit. I can't sit on that one today. My back's a bit shot out.
Yeah.
So have you done something like this before? Or how wide can you open your mouth?
You useless slut.
Margot
That's what
Robbie.
they say.
What was she in recently?
Fuck me. I need to stop smoking. That squeak. Ridiculous. Sound like the penguin off Toy Story.
Penguin off doors.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think if it was music, I would have to say Solo, purely because he's like a dude I look up to the most. And he's been around in the music scene for a long time. But then also someone like, like Suffer from Hilltop Hoods, who's been doing it for a fucking long time and is, to the top echelon of Australian music, Australian hip-hop.
What Pressure hasn't?
What Pressure as well. right.
No, I'm just taking the bit.
But I think or someone like Carl Barron. I reckon that would be fucking hilarious to sit
Yeah.
down with him.
He would.
Jim
be
Jeffries,
I was thinking
there's quite a few fucking famous cunts. It would be cool. I'll ask you the question: if you could sit down with anyone Australian and talk to them, who would it be?
the guy from Fat Pizza. No. I don't fucking know, bro. I wasn't prepared to have a 180 on me.
Alright.
I reckon I would honestly. I'm going to think of so many good ones once we end, obviously, but
Yeah.
maybe someone like. Does Heath Ledger count? Can we just get like a call?
Well, I was going to say Steve Irwin because that would have been
see, like I don't. Yeah, someone like
He's
that
just
would
a
be
force
just a bloody.
ghost.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman. Would
I'm
be
also
sick.
thinking Chappelle Corby
Ooh.
because you could ask her about
supply
that.
her own bud as well.
Did you do it? That'd be
Yeah.
the first question.
The whole shit. There'd be so much you could talk about.
You'd be like this. You'd be like, "Can you just hold this bag?" And she'd be like, "Oh, it's heavy." And you'd be like, "Yeah, that's what 3 kilos feels like." How did you not feel that in your bodyboard bag?
Yeah, no shit, eh?
I'm joking. I love you, Chappelle. Not really. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to think
You
of.
think
like,
she did it? Blobs is nodding.
I
Well,
reckon.
wasn't the whole thing that didn't she blame it on her dad or some bullshit?
I don't know. I don't know anything about the story besides
Yeah.
like the sort of key details. I'm not going to pretend. The only argument
feel
I ever
like-
heard was that is you put like 3 kilos in a bodyboard bag, you'll feel it.
Yeah.
But
I feel like-
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if she did do it, she would have never have gotten out, which is the thing. Like, they obviously had enough evidence to prove otherwise. So it's like,
Well,
well,
she spent fucking 10 years, didn't she?
yeah, but she
Was
didn't
it, was
die.
it 10?
Yeah, but she didn't die, which is the main thing.
That's
yeah.
true. But she wasn't sentenced to death, though.
Well, no, but if she got like,
And it wasn't Bali, was it? Wasn't it Indonesia or something?
no, it was Bali, wasn't it?
Bali's probably in
Yeah,
Indonesia,
Bali is-
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
isn't
it was.
part of
Yeah, it was
Indonesia.
Bali. I'm pretty sure it was Bali.
Yeah.
I'm not good with maps.
Don't worry, like, it was in Bali, but it doesn't matter even if it was in
Yeah,
Indonesia.
I know. We've already established that.
I
Bali is
swear
in
it wasn't
Indonesia.
Bali though, was it? Wasn't it somewhere else?
Jakarta. I don't know.
No, Jakarta's
Which
in
is
Bali.
Yeah, I know, but it's not part of Bali, is it?
I don't
Bali
know.
is the city. Isn't
Denpasar.
it?
Denpasar's the airport. Was it Denpasar?
Yeah, must
Surely. Sure. It would have fallen under Indonesian law
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
It doesn't matter
yeah,
where the fuck
yeah.
it was.
But that's the thing. What I'm saying is that it's
Because she was coming
Pretty
back,
much all
wasn't she? She
punishable
was
by
coming
death.
back from... Wasn't she coming back from Bali and that's where she got caught? She wasn't flying into Bali with weed, was she?
oh,
supposedly.
no. Well, it was.
I think
cocaine.
it was the other way
heroin?
around. Cause, no, it's just weed.
I thought it was cocaine and heroin, and then there was like a shitload of people who got done, and one of them died.
No, that's the Bali 9 maybe.
Oh, that's it.
Man, well, I don't know. Did you see that video of that kid that fucking got the security card? The security guard, he got in like a tussle outside of a nightclub, and they planted coke on him, and they got a video of him doing it of the security guard. It's this big story. He was like a high school
On a-
student. He was
They
an
did it on the
Australian
security guard.
Yeah, so there's an Australian tourist that was in Bali getting fucked up. Must have gotten into a fight or an argument with basically got on the ground wrestling with a a fucking bouncer outside of a club. And his mates were filming it, and they saw like him take a bag of white powder and put it into his pockets, and he got exonerated because of that. But like the big thing was like, man, imagine no one would ever believe that fucking kid.
Yeah,
you know, you're like a party age young kid.
Yeah.
It's like of course you didn't buy drugs in Bali, you idiot. You know what I mean? What do you think the bouncer gonna plant it on you? Why would he do that?
Yeah.
Like you think when I saw that, I was like, man, how many cunts have actually like copped it hard and people just go, you dumb tourist, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean? What are
no
you doing?
shit. Like,
because that was like a legit thing, and he fucking like. Luckily, his mates were filming it because like they had that, and that was the evidence that got him acquitted or whatever.
yeah, fuck that.
But I think about that, and I'm like, that's
It wasn't
fucked.
even coke either.
Yeah, wasn't it?
No, they tested it. It was like Panadol or something. That's how he got away with it as well.
Right. So maybe it was just to bribe
The
the
fact-
cops. Then it was probably just so the cops would pick him up, and he would have to bribe.
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
It was probably
Well, the
just
fact
part of
that,
stuff.
the fact that they seen a security guard do it is the part that's gone, what the fuck.
Yeah.
Whether or not it was cocaine, it doesn't really matter. It's the actual action of what they've done to incriminate
The
someone.
intent.
Yeah. But that's fucking, I don't know. I don't really trust Bali. I've been there twice, and it's just not my cup of tea.
It's
Like,
not too hot.
It is very hot. It is very hot. I don't like the fact that you can't trust what you eat. I don't like the fact that you have to buy bottled water and brush your teeth with bottled water all the time. You can't put your face in the shower.
Oh man, I forgot that so many times. The amount of times I was in the shower going, rah, and then I freaked the fuck out and I made myself vomit and shit.
It's fucked. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to enjoy the weather and have someone fucking coming up to you and bringing you drinks and shit like that, but I don't know.
That's a bit of fun.
Too-
Whitewater rafting.
Too full on.
You gotta do like, because there's different parts of Bali too. There's
Yeah.
like the couples part. There's Kuta, which is just
Waterbum
fucking
Park's
moped.
fucking dope.
Man, that's expensive now.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I went there
Waterbum Park is
last
dope.
a year ago, and it was fucking $50 entry.
Do you go every year?
Damn. Nah,
Oh, I was going to say you're one of those guys, aren't you?
nah.
Oh,
I tried so hard not to be a tourist.
mate.
Yeah, do a roundhouse kick a
Yeah.
fucking moped driver.
Ran out of fucking thongs and Sonny's got to go back to Bali for a couple of weeks.
Fuck. Nah, man. Last time we were there, man, I'll tell you the story. We went there for our Shell Complete's birthday, and it was funny. 9 of us.
Yeah.
Going to Bali,
Fuck.
and we had this game that we were gonna do. It's called the Green Mile, where basically we separated into 2 teams, and we had GoPros strapped to our heads, and basically so that every team had a team leader. I was my team leader. I had a GoPro on my head. Bitter had a GoPro on his head, and we were in separate teams. It was me, Misk, Omak, and Seva in our team, and then Shell, Bitter, Defect, and Daryl, Defect's brother, in that team basically. The game is you all start from. Doesn't matter where you start. We started from our hotel. You have to run down the main Poppy's Lane, which is a strip that has all sorts of bars and fucking 7-Elevens and shit on. And you have to have a beer. Your whole team has to drink beer bintang only, regular bintang. Everyone has to basically scull a beer in 10 different locations and then get to the monument, which is like the memorial, which is like the finish line.
Yeah, yeah.
And so basically you start at one end of Poppy's Lanes, and like we would race, and we would like just get into this restaurant. We'd like fucking like beer. And we'd just scull it down, and then we'd like vomit, and then we'd just like run. We'd all run to the next like 7-Eleven, and like all your team can't move until everyone's finished their beer.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
basically the weakest link slows the entire team down, and you just slapping each other like drag, and you're just making yourself vomit because you got to make room for it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And our team ended up winning. It's funny, we had the best ruse because Omak and Misk had this massive night before, like this huge night, and they were fucked. And everyone's like, oh, your team's fucked. Because the rules were, it starts at 4 p.m, this is the starting line. If your team's not ready, you get left behind.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were worried because they were so hungover they weren't going to get up. Turns out they were like sprightly. They were absolutely fine. So we were like, let's play a trick on them. Let's tell them that you're super fucked up and limp, and just be like, I can't do it. And like act like you're pulling out.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and I was like, come on, bro, like, and the whole ruse was basically, oh, we're fucked, and we like manufactured all this confidence. And
Yeah.
And so they started taking it super easy, thinking that we were like being hell slow.
Yeah.
But really, every time we saw them, like Misk would like limp and stuff like that. But then he would just start running as soon as we were out of sight. And we ended up winning. we sculled 10 beers in 30 minutes and then got to, which is 3, one
Yeah,
full
yeah,
beer
yeah.
every 3 minutes. We started asking for them warm after a while because the cold ones were just too hard to drink.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting, I don't know who chose the memorial, which was the bombing memorial, as the
Yeah.
finish line. Because when we got there, we were like jumping up and down and screaming, going, well, I think we sung, "We are the
Oh
champions."
my god.
And everyone was just looking. At that point, I just remembered being like, I'm going to hell.
Yeah.
Like, I'm such a piece of shit. And then we realized, I'm like, oh fuck, I can't, like, cool it, boys, cool it. Like,
Holy shit.
and then they rocked up and we had this like big screaming match because they were convinced that we cheated and all this shit. But it's like, that's what we had the GoPro footage. So
Yeah,
you can look
yeah,
back,
yeah.
and all you can see on the GoPro footage is basically a beer going up and then just boom, a big puddle of vomit, and then just running, and then just, and
That's a fucking... Who came up with that
I
idea?
don't know. I think it was complete. I think it was his crazy idea that he wanted to do that, but.
That is a
You
fucking
need to split
solid
screen that
idea.
footage and put it up.
Well, the problem is the footage it ended up being like aimed a bit too high, so you couldn't really see much. But man, that was, as I was saying, like that was the point where I was like, I'm one of those fucking tourists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was the only time I've ever felt ashamed. Because usually I'm very respectful when I'm there. I'm like, I don't want to be that cunt that's like treating local cunts like assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
you're a guest. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that time I was like, I was like tipping heavy and everything after just to like get rid of that guilt.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, that was sick. That was a crazy trip.
Fuck, that is a solid idea.
Yeah.
The
that's-
Green Mile.
The Green Mile. You can do it do it in Perth, but you probably get kicked out pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we were in
I
like
can't
mini
imagine-
marts just cracking it, going,
Yeah.
boom, slap down $20, sprinted, like, keep the change.
Fuck.
Because we all had to get, like, you got down to the point where we were like planning it. We took this so seriously, like it was this big event. Oh, but also I left this out. The losing team had to wear dresses for the rest of the night.
Oh,
So
yeah.
basically, and we won, so they like. Shell wore a dress, but I don't know if you ever saw a photo of like everyone basically.
I think
dressed.
I did now.
And that's
mate,
why
yeah.
that's what happened. And they're all good sports about it, but Bitter was a super good sport about it. He was like, "Fuck it, I'll buy." Like he bought slides, he bought like these big sunnies.
Yeah,
he like
yeah,
full on.
yeah.
He was like, "I'm doing it if I'm doing it." He was
Fuck
a
yeah.
champ. But no, that was a sick experience. But yeah, no, definitely worth doing.
Fuck, that is a dope idea.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I got a fucking.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Put a bow on it.
That's your little fucking saying, isn't it? Put a bow on it.
Put a bow on it, pop the lid on, ship it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
well,
just made that up. I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's fucked up. You're saying.
Yeah, you did. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, both of you.
I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
I did. Finally got to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you can
Is
take
it,
it home
is
with
it
you.
still as
Casting
comfy as you thought it was?
Yeah, I'm putting my groove into it.
Yeah, it's a bit
It is
fucking.
comfy.
You kind of sink into
I've probably
it
got a
bit,
nice lean going on the camera, just like leaning into you.
Yeah,
But,
cute.
No, it's good. Cheers for having me.
Yeah,
Oh, cheers for
well,
coming
yeah,
out,
thanks
dude.
for coming out. Do you want to plug yourself, or do you think you need to plug yourself? Or
Wow. I'll plug myself. I don't think has anyone ever plugged themselves and people have been like, wait a minute, what did he say?
I don't know.
What's that Facebook URL he said?
Because I don't even think I've ever done it really.
Uncool Sam beats. Uncool spelt like it's spelt there. You
Yeah.
can't see it. UNCOOL Sam beats. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff, you know.
You know.
If you
If you
and
don't
yeah,
know,
if you want
now you
beats,
know.
hit me up. If you want videos, hit me up.
Yeah, fuck, we didn't even get into that. But next time.
100%.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. How's that go? I can't remember.
You can't talk
All right,
now.
hope you enjoyed the episode. It's been a pleasure. It's good to be back. Hope you all had a good Christmas, New Year's, all that jazz. And we will be back next week.
Peace.
Peace.